Hello, everybody. Phenomenal Sir here on my own for now. Coming at you with something a little different. So, normally, lately, Friday would be our Outer Worlds night. And I'm not done playing Outer Worlds. I promise I'm not done playing Outer Worlds. But I was talking with Megami earlier this week, and Megami had expressed an interest in he and I and Eisen playing some Dead Island. Because as you may know, Dead Island 2 is finally going to be here soon. Only like 8 years after they announced Dead Island 2. Um, so I thought, we'd go back and play the original, got the definitive edition. Haven't heard from him since about noon today. So maybe he'll wake up later and he'll join in. I could probably message Eisen separately and be like, yo, where y'all at? But in the meantime, I've got my shirt on. I've got my skull glass. And we're going to just head on ahead with Dead Island. And if they join in, awesome. I haven't started the game yet because, obviously you have to start Dead Island with the intro video because the intro video is amazing. So while the intro video plays, just a warning, there's going to be some profanity. And I'll probably get copyright struck because of the song. But whatever. While that goes, I'm going to message Eisen and be like, yo, go knock on the door or something and wake his ass up. And hopefully we'll be able to play some Dead Island as a group soon. But anyway, here we go. That's all I have to say for now.
Things that go bump in the night.
What the? Jesus!
Me.
Jerk.
Sam B. Shrunk in the head, broken legs, body parts on the concrete. Cut 'em up, butcher style gators in the swamp. Red light, leave 'em dead, running like a track meet. Scared of nobody, what you motherfuckers want.
This is actually a very fun way to introduce the playable characters. The person that you are in this video is not a playable character. That was one. That was Logan. He's terrible.
Watch it.
The guy up on the stage that's rapping is going to be my playable character. I'll be playing as Sam B for this and every run of Dead Island ever. Because Sam B is just objectively the best character.
Papa Shango, I'm Barrett Samedi. Handful of fingertips, toss 'em up like confetti. Stay full of corpse bitches, I'm a pimp of the dead. Come fuck with a zombie, I put a stick in your head. You want ghouls, I got fucking stupid. Everybody dies, I'm see your ass real soon.
Just immediately tries to grab her chest.
Sir, looks like you've had enough. What's your room number? I'll make sure you get there safe and sound.
Stand up! Sam B got the thing that go bump in the night. Hide your kids, grab your wife, better get out of sight. Let's go!
Excuse me, lady. Are you okay? Can you hear me? What are you doing, sir? This is the woman's restroom.
Sam B.
Excuse me, sir. Are you okay?
I rip your arms off with my bare hand. Smack your mama with it.
Alrighty. And just like that, the game is ready to start. Bust out the trusty wired Xbox controller. And let's get started, y'all. Press any key to continue. I did it. Oh. How do I do full screen? Back up. Yes. Whatever. Let's just confirm and we'll fix it. Options. Yeah. Obviously, you always default to full screen. There we go. Look at that. Already looks better. Gamma. So barely visible is like that for me. We are not playing on that. We'll turn it down to about here. There we go. Nom nom nom. Hello, Julius. This is why I play with the door shut. Logan is 100, 180, 100, 190, 90, 100, 100, 110, 190. He's just flat out better. He's tied for second in stamina. Everybody has the same speed. He's just got more health. And he's the blunt weapon expert, which is pretty good. Perna is good for later gameplay. Cyan is okay. I don't know. I like the blunt weapons because the blunt weapons knock stuff down, which, you know, the fewer enemies that are on their feet, the fewer enemies that can attack you. And he's got some good power moves.
I grew up in New Orleans, lower 9th Ward. When Daddy went to prison, I was 2. That's where he died. I can go. Mama didn't never recover from that. Just drank and did crack. And any random motherfucker who didn't smack her around too bad. My nana the one who raised.
Looks like
she run a Walsh Tear. He lived in a little shotgun house.
But
on
happier.
From the time I was 10, man, I want to rap. I was into old school freestyle rap. And I'd be kicking ass at them battles, bro. Man, just couldn't catch a break. Nothing caught on. So, one Halloween, I come up with "Who Do You Voodoo, Bitch?" Just as a motherfucking joke, you know?
Just as a motherfucking joke,
right to the top of the hip-hop charts, like a motherfucking rocket.
Like a motherfucking...
Suddenly, I was famous. Going to the Grammys, hitting the parties. Man, I had bitches up to yin yang. And for the first time in my life, I was making money. Shit. I was spending it as quick as I was getting it. I thought I'd made it, you know what I'm saying? That gravy train wasn't never going in.
That gravy train was never going in. He just like changes. Yeah, I feel like he's changing his
song after song, and ain't nobody give a shit.
Accent throughout the
man.
dialogue.
Yeah, I can still get gigs, but all they want me to do is, "Who do you voodoo, bitch?" I used to play the big casinos in Vegas or Atlantic City. Now it's just Reno or Laughlin. Some motherfucking cruise ship. So this gig here might be my last chance. I mean, there's some heavy Hollywood hitters up in there. If I could notice, yeah, I could be right back up on top there. You know what I'm saying?
Sounds good. All right. Know what I'm saying? Rise and shine. Let me know how the sound is, because this is the first time I've played this game on stream, so... Oof. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. I want to do... Hang on. There we go. Xbox controller. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Exploding. Yeah, it's like DLC stuff. You just automatically get some blueprints for different things. I didn't even see what they all were. Hang on. It's like different things you can make. I'm a one-hit wonder rap. Blueprints. Bluntly shocked mod is good. Meat bait. Exploding meat. Ripper mod. Yeah. So one of the cool things about this is the skill trees. This is part of the reason I like Sam. The Fury tree I never really mess with. It's like your overdrive or whatever. But over here, survival and combat, you've got some decent stuff. And one of the things you can actually get, which I think he's the only one that can do it, I'm not 100% sure. There's actually, unless it's something that's just, I don't know, it's been so long since I played it. I feel like there's a way to like, yeah, there you go. You can like ram through doors. So as you're running, you can just like sprint into a door and smash it open.
Please leave
Um,
your apartment immediately. Follow signs to the nearest staircase.
hmm. This is actually this is actually from the trailer for the original
Let's see what
trailer
we
for
got
this
here.
game. This room. This is like the actual trailer to this game actually caught a lot of flack because it shows a little kid getting killed, and I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be the room where that occurs in. Like it basically plays this whole scene backwards, so it starts with like this little kid zombie getting splattered on the sidewalk, and then the whole thing plays in reverse, and you see her like getting chased by zombies and then running in here, and then the dad gets bit, and then she turns into a zombie and kills the mom and all. It's very depressing. They caught a lot of crap over that trailer, but I mean it's also like one of the few times in any zombie media ever that they actually acknowledge the fact that children exist. So, whatever. Because that's like even in The Walking Dead, first episode of The Walking Dead, you see the little girl zombie, and then I think there's like some little kid zombies later. You see a couple of spots where it's like hinted that like a little baby got eaten by zombies or something, but for the most part, they just pretend like children don't exist in zombie stuff. Which I can understand why they do that, but it's also a little silly to get mad that somebody was like, "Oh yeah, and by the way, the kid got eaten too." Like, flashlight. Ow! A flippy floppy. Where's its partner? This is just making me want to play was it Left 4 Dead as well? This is why I can't play new stuff on stream, because then I want to play all
What's
the
in
new
here?
stuff on stream.
Emergency broadcast system. Please leave your apartment immediately. Follow signs to the nearest staircase. For safety reasons, all
I may need to
exits
turn
are
on
offline. Please remain calm and follow
I may need to turn on closed captioning, because I can't hear what's actually being said right now. Wait, no. No. Oh, okay. Mm. Hmm. Video. Does this game not allow? Wow, this is actually an old game. Literally doesn't have closed captions. I guess for the important dialogue it does. He's got a tattoo on his tummy that says "Timeless Soul." Loser. Woo! Okay. All this is going to be important later. All this money. All these batteries and random things. Look how pretty. There you go, Calrea. We win the lottery. You're like, oh, I don't know what we would do with the money. We could buy that house right there. Just buy it. Just be straight up. Just buy it. And be like, yep, this is where we live now. What? Hang on. Oh no, my thick body just set off the elevator.
I can see it through the camera. Feeling all right, mate? The shakes? Fever, chills? Good. I'll introduce myself later. Right now, we gotta get you the hell out of there. Do exactly as I say, okay? You're gonna have to trust me. First, you need to get hold of a weapon. Search in the maintenance storage room by the end of the corridor. I would move if I were you. Now.
Can't hurt to take a look.
Can't hurt to take a look. That's what she said. There we go. Banoi. I can't turn. Here we go. Like,
Just a bit further.
oh shit, why did I not wear pants that fit me? And I got punched by a zombie. One of 72. Hmm.
The lifeguard said no. You heard what he said. Do you hear what's going on out there? Nobody inside here?
I'm doing it. No! Didn't I bloody tell you? No, stop! Wait! Hey! Can you hear me? Do you understand what I'm saying? Nod your head. Nod your bloody head! I ain't asking you again. Oh, thank God. I'm a doctor, not a bloody executioner.
Could have fooled me.
Jesus. Do you know how close we came to bashing your head in?
Zombies in paradise! That's true, Philip, and also welcome. I was hoping that Megami would be joining me, but I have not heard from him. Oh no, it's the 1-bit parade. Here it comes.
Those things came for us and
Also, hello and how are you?
Can't just let him die out there.
This is a test.
You owe him your life.
This is only a test.
Don't let him die.
You going out there? Are you nuts?
You're not
Yes.
gonna help him. Get the hell out of the way.
You at least have a weapon? You need to find a weapon.
You need to find a weapon. Got it.
All right.
I've missed
This
that
is
sound,
fucking
Philip.
crazy.
Oh, Rocket's doing it
On
too.
3. 1, 2.
Hello, everybody. If either of you has this game and you want to join in, by the way, feel free. It supports 4 players, and I was supposed to be playing with Eisen and Megami, but they're not here, so as it is, there are 3. Don't just stand there, hit him!
Over there.
Over where? Oh. freaking bit sound. Are you doing it right? You're doing it, Rocket.
That's the last one? Okay, then.
We need
Thanks,
Cinemoy
mates.
as a playable character. Cinemoy is a freaking champ. Pog champ all the way. Thank you for the bits, both of you. I truly appreciate it. How are you doing, Philip? Are you looking forward to signing for the new place tomorrow? I raise a skull in your honor.
We were just attacked. Listen, your friend from the hotel's awake. You were right about him being immune to this thing. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have made it. Maybe now we can hold out until help arrives.
There is no help. This thing can't be stopped.
Well,
I saw how it took my wife.
we're going to be wrapping up that king-size mattress tomorrow if you want it.
I can arrange for transportation by air, by sea, but first you need to get here to me.
I have many sick and injured here, mate. They're crazy with fear. Tell me where you are. Where are you?
Where are you? You need to
You
get
there,
to
mate?
me. I
Hello?
won't tell you
Hello?
where I am. Good luck.
God damn it. We didn't think you were gonna make it.
I seem to recall you being very nervous when we signed for our house, Calrea. Oh, here we go. Private. There we go. Anyway.
Didn't see you out there.
Level up. That's understandable. Yes.
Just touch and go with
Regen,
you for a
please,
while.
all the way.
This is the end of day. Judgment Day.
Name's John Cinemoy. I'm the head lifeguard here. The voice on the radio told me you were in trouble at the hotel. Said you were resistant to whatever this is. I didn't believe it, but then I found you and I saw the bite marks. You got no symptoms, but those aren't love bites, are they? Look, I don't know who you are or how you know that guy on the radio, but he's our only connection with the outside world. We keep losing the bloody signal. We have a monsoon coming. So here's the thing.
Leggett
We need
Lanius
to move
Jr.
everybody to the
questing
main
round the
lifeguard
clock
station.
and Mlem.
There's an ambulance
Oh my
there and more
goodness
equipment and a
gracious.
stronger radio with an antenna. I hate to ask.
Well, thank you
Can't
so
do
much,
this without you.
Leggett.
Will you help me?
Wow. I'll be returning 1,000 bits to you for one of those.
Yep.
Thank you so
Good.
much to Leggett.
First off, we need an access card to get past the security gate. Mine's in my room.
In case y'all are
All
wondering, by the
promotion
way,
I
that's what
forgot to take
Mlem
away.
is. Mlem is the
It's in my
onomatopoeia
weapon,
for the
by the
sound
boots.
that a dog or
Take a
cat
weapon
makes
and
when it
watch
moves its
yourself.
tongue in and out of
You
its
may be
mouth
immune,
quickly.
but
It's
that don't mean you
literally
can't die.
mlem, 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 mlem. That's what a mlem is. So
I'm here.
oh, it's not what I expected to happen, but okay. The more you know. No. Damn it. Y'all are making it real difficult for me to do merch giveaways when 5 people won and only 2 accepted the prize. It's making me feel like my merch is not that great. 2 guests per tenant. That's pretty good though. It's not like they're going to be standing there with a clipboard watching, you know? As long as you don't act like a savage, you should be fine.
What we got here?
Wait. Direct Zombo! Give me that money. This game looks a lot nicer. Like, it's the definitive edition. It actually does look quite nice. Finn merch is Fire. Someone get Kanye. Please don't get Kanye on the phone. I'd rather not sell merch than do it with Kanye's help. He's a goober. Aren't you supposed to be able to, like, take those with you? I don't know. Maybe not. What am I doing? Hang on. A quiet party with a maximum. Or you could have a really loud party, like, the day before you move out. Passport to life. Bring the security key card to the lifeguard tower from Bungalow 11. Okay. Oh. Yeah, it was either going to be this or Elden Ring with Megami. I have a feeling he was wanting Elden Ring, but he's wanted to do like a hacked version of it that's got constant crossplay. And I've never set up a mod for a Steam game before, so I was a little apprehensive about trying to rush it. Oh, I'm not your favorite streamer, Shirley. What about Hannah? Hannah's a streamer. Surely you like Hannah more than me.
I need to find a new weapon soon.
There we go. Oh, well, top tier. I'll accept that. Rusty metal rod paddle. Well, I'm just glad to have you back, Philip. We've missed you while you were gone. Therefore, you can never miss a stream. It's right. Whew. Oh, the kick. I forgot about the kick. The kick is so good. Oh, I love the kicks. Oh, well, I mean, I get it. You, like, haven't had working internet, right? Or, like, your internet's been, like, on data only or something? Just gonna throw a whole ass paddle at them. Boom. No! You. Yes. So, I'm taking 2 classes right now, Leggett, and one of them, my only complaint so far is that it's an 8-point grading scale. So a 92 or above is an A,
Let's
and an
see what we
84 or
got.
above is a B, which is a little shitty because you have to have a B average or you get put on academic probation in the program. But that teacher is like really good about making the expectations clear and not having too much work and that kind of thing. The other one, I actually had a meeting with my advisor today because I'm like, I'm supposed to pick a topic by tomorrow night at midnight for my final paper, and I literally don't know what that means. Like, there's people in our class that are like, what do you mean by pick a topic? Like, we haven't done anything yet. And it's an intro. Like, it's a graduate level class, but it's 601. Like, it's literally the first class in the major that you can take. And the professor's like, I feel like you should know what you want to write about by now. It's like, dude, it's an online class, and the semester started 9 days ago. What are you talking about? So I had a meeting with her, and she shares my concerns that maybe the professor doesn't quite understand how online classes work. And we're going to see what happens with that. But in the meantime, I'm more just stressed about the amount of work and, like, wanting to do a good job, you know? Like, not really so much the difficulty of the work, it's more just how much it is. And I don't want to, like, not finish something.
Now what?
Yeah, I'll survive. It's just a pain in the butt. You said the teacher sounds accommodating. That's not what I got from it. For me, the teacher sounds like he's never taught an online class before. Like, it's supposed to be asynchronous, which means you just like don't have to be online at a specific time. And literally, like, the first week of class, he said, "Hey, I want to do a Zoom meeting with you all," and basically told us he's never done an online class before and he doesn't like asynchronous stuff. So he wants to do bi-weekly Zoom meetings, but he doesn't know when they'll be. He'll just let us know each week based on what the rest of his schedule looks like. And one of the girls in the class was like, how much like notice are you going to give us? And he was like, "Why, are you taking other classes this semester? Because I can just schedule them around the other classes." And she's like, "No, I have a job." And he said, "Oh, well, I can't help you there." Like, what? And apparently this teacher, from what the advisor was telling me, apparently a couple of years ago this teacher got in trouble because he wanted to switch up the day for one of his classes. Like, it was supposed to be like on a Tuesday, and he wanted to switch it to a Friday at 7 p.m. So he wanted to do a Friday class at from 7 to 9:50 p.m., which VCU doesn't actually do classes after 4 p.m. on Fridays. And he had a student in his class that complained about it, and he was basically like telling her to deal with it, and she's Jewish, so that's like her Sabbath day. And it was like a whole thing. So, yeah. I have a feeling he's just been teaching for like ever and doesn't understand people who are not full-time students. Christ. Like what that is, you know? But other than that, it's going great.
If you hadn't come along. You want to come with me? I'm gathering any supplies I can find at the water sports rental kiosk. Maybe you'll find something that'll come in handy.
You didn't get an ad for the real Rings of Power. You got it for that fake Tolkien stuff. Don't lie.
There's a table inside you can use to repair your weapons. Look, take whatever you want.
I'm pretty sure you're supposed to be able to take these with you. The energy drinks. Fact. I got a fact, y'all.
I'll rest up and then head out to meet my wife.
Ooh. So he's like, "Here, you can come with me to search this place if you like," and I just took everything. It's like, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine. I'm taking this duct tape. I'm taking this. I don't know what this is. I'm taking it. This is mine too. Yeah, okay. A spiteful hammer. Well, sounds like the spiteful hammer is my best weapon right now. So let's... There we go.
I would have died out there without you.
I said this before, but anybody who has Dead Island Definitive Edition, you are welcome to join in. Interesting thing about this game, levels don't actually matter in terms of difficulty for the enemies. For the most part, the game, when you're fighting the enemies will all have different damage and health based on the level of the character they're fighting. So like, if I'm level 30 and you're level 3, then when you hit the enemy, the game automatically calculates a percentage of health that you do to them based on your level, and it always levels them to you. So you can actually play with people that are much higher or lower levels and it not really be like more or less difficult. Um, Other than like some quest rewards and things might not be leveled for your character. So, which is this is one of the few games I've ever seen that does that. Like it actually lets you play with people of pretty much any level effectively. Rings of Power in King's Quest. But King's Quest takes like 20 minutes to beat, and Rings of Power takes forever. So, I don't know. Whoa, 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 whoa! Get out of here. I was like, I hear screaming. Get wrecked. P.S. If y'all haven't been in here in a while, if you're subbed, you do get free sound alerts. Just an FYI. Just so you know. In case you didn't. Your sandcastle. Hmm. Yeah! The karate kick. Yeah. I was in there briefly, but he was just playing Dungeons and Dragons, and it wasn't super entertaining to me because I wasn't playing and I didn't know what was going on. I'll be honest. I was in there for like an hour. I jumped in more just to kind of say hey and how are you doing and that kind of thing. Oh, hey, buddy. No, 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 no. She's gonna die. No, it wasn't tabletop D&D. It was like his special version of D&D that he plays. Like, he basically made up some D&D-esque rules to make it like extremely bare bones D&D, based I think on 5.0 or 4.0 rules. It's not real D&D. It's more like D&D if you only could play with one dice kind of thing. So. Oh. Which I'm not hating on Arrow. I mean, you got people coming in, right? Like, that means it's good. It just wasn't my thing. Get wrecked. So where am I? I'm supposed to be going to Bungalow 11. I've just been kind of running around fighting stuff. Not really paying attention. As one does in a zombie apocalypse. I love the kick because it preserves your weapon condition, and it does so much damage.
I know that had to hurt.
I really think you're supposed to be able to take the energy drinks with you. I just can't remember ever chugging so many of these things. Cardio, 2,000 of 20,000. Let's go this way. Oh shit. Oh. There we go. Sounds good, buddy. I will be here playing pro level zombie smashing. If you have any questions, just let me know. I won't be able to help you, but I'll, try. Homework clerk.
Can't hurt to take a look.
I'm doing pretty good, Ben. How are you? I was supposed to be doing a co-op stream, but my co-op partners have not shown up, so we're just playing Dead Island and hoping for the best. It's Vin! Yep. On the flip side, if you have Dead Island Definitive Edition and you want to play, just let me know. The amazing Vin Tornado. Oh, I'm gonna turn my flashlight off. That's alright. I got excited about Dead Island 2 finally having a release date after a fashion. And had to go out and buy this game for the third time. Ben's favorite pony is Applejack. I don't know what that means, but okay. Correct.
Yeah, that hurt, huh?
Whoa! What's that sound? I have been to a Von Bryan stream. We didn't talk about Applejack though. It didn't come up in the conversation. I mean, I'm assuming it's a... Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm assuming it's a My Little Pony thing, but... Maybe he's trying to attract a certain clientele. Oh! Megami! Megami's here! Hang on a second, guys. Oh. Shit. I want to stand on the... Oh, are you not? Yes. Hang on, let me jump on the Discord chat with him. Hey, buddy. Can I just say, I love your little background of the raccoon on a scooter. When I hover over your name on Discord, it's got a little video of a raccoon on a scooter.
Oh, shit, yeah.
That's amazing. Anyway.
That's awesome.
I hadn't seen that before. He's just like on a little pink scooter kicking along. So I think I'm looking for a ID card.
That's where you're at. Okay.
I feel bad for not messaging you sooner. I went up the road with Calrea to get some sippies and left my phone. So I was like, well, shit. So I got home like right at 6 and said, I'll message him and he'll get on eventually.
Yeah, so, Isaac,
Did he forget to
got
download the
missing.
game?
Honestly, probably, but also, so...
We're live, just
he has-
FYI.
Yeah, I know. He has a brother that is an addict that
Oh,
just
okay.
came back from jail.
Oh, nice.
So, and like, the brother was at his doorstep. so Isaac was like, alright, well, I'm not leaving my house until he's gone.
Lord.
And,
I thought you were gonna say he was acting up and he was the only one with the upper body strength to get him under control or something.
Nah, dude, I should have told him. I was like, look, man, you can call me up there and I'll goad your brother into socking me in the face or some shit, and we can just call the cops on him.
Lord.
Believe me, it's very easy to get a person to hit me. I'm very good
What?
at it.
No.
Yeah, who
No.
thought?
No.
What?
No. Never. But so did you just start a new character, or are you like super high level?
Oh no, I created the character, beat the tutorial, and then joined.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I'm level 80.
Nice. Nice. We're going to
Using a fucking scrap machete.
Bungalow 11. This game actually looks really good. Like, I know it's like a remaster or whatever, but honestly, considering the fact that it was made for an Xbox system 2 generations ago,
You
pretty good.
asshole!
The only problem that it has is just like that, like, old style motion blur.
Oh yeah,
that
the
I
motion.
can't seem to turn off.
I saw something on the Steam page for this where people were talking about like a way to do it. Like there's like something you can do in the settings, like in the files, that you can turn the motion blur off.
Yeah, I found a motion blur setting, but it still has like it definitely helps, but there's still like a bit of a problem.
Yeah.
It's just one of those, you know, fucking circa 2015.
Oh, what the fuck?
They I will say that the pathing is a little weird sometimes because they don't accept the fact that you can walk like through grass and stuff, so they always try to put you on a road. Hey, Ted B.
My wife. My dad. Oh, fuck, my own fucking brother. Jesus Christ! What else could I do? Let him kill me? Why
is
are you
Isaac
looking at
right
me
here.
like that? What the fuck do you want from me? I had no choice!
I had no choice.
Oh, God.
Kid.
Oh, God.
Yeah, sucks to suck, please.
Well, that's what you get when you have a family.
Yeah.
Lesson learned.
You fool.
Yeah.
This is Roger Howard on a special assignment on
You know,
the
I
island
knew
of
right off the
Banohi.
bat that you were
I'm
gonna
investigating illegal
play as
logging
Diane.
and clear cutting that's not only damaging
I
the
was-
ecosystem here, but
Asian
costing
girl
the
with
people of
katana was
Banohi
kind of
billions.
my
I've been
Yeah.
told that my
I was telling
life
Calrea,
might
I
be
was like,
in
you know, if you
danger
want to,
as
you
those
could play with
behind
us.
the
We're gonna need
scenes
someone.
discovered my
I said we're gonna need someone to play
criminal enterprise.
to play as
As a
Perna,
precaution, I will
because
be
I'm
leaving a
sure.
trail
I was
of
like,
recordings
if
wherever I
Eisen
go.
plays with us, he's
So
gonna
that if
have to
something
be
were
the
to
ex
happen to me,
NFL star
the truth would
that
still be told.
constantly
I'm
kills
leaving
shit by
now
throwing
to
his
meet
weapon
Let's see
away.
what we got here.
I believe could rip the lid off of this investigation.
Yeah, that sounds like it.
Not even
Stay
necessarily
away,
hating on
would
him.
you
I'm
listen
just
to
saying
me?
that seems like his speed to just be Logan, the throwing expert.
What the
Just
hell is
objectively
wrong
the
with
worst
this place?
character in the game.
Yeah, doesn't he, like, I know he pops off later, but, like, isn't that chick supposed to be the black chick?
Yeah,
Like,
so
from my understanding, she pops off like crazy.
Yeah, so in the first, so the problem with Logan is his best things is he throws his weapons. You know,
Yeah.
like, so you're constantly having to go pick them back up or whatever. Sam and Cyan are just like blunt and slashing, so like you can chop the arms off of enemies and chop their legs off, and I can knock stuff down faster. Perna gets all sorts of crazy bonuses with guns, which doesn't actually matter until the second half of the game. But once you get to the second half of the game, you're pretty much exclusively using guns. So yeah, she's just like essentially you're playing as a townie for the first half of the game, and then she gets really good all of a sudden. Thank you. I'm not good at breaking doors yet. There we go. Thank you so much for the lurk, clerk. Much preach. I just like, honestly, I like Sam because I like the fact that he can run through doors without having to fuck with like that little mini game.
Oh yeah, he later gets that like bull rush.
Yeah, and
thing.
and the fact that he can do that to actual enemies later on is just hilarious to me. Like I remember the last time we played this, like I got that move as quickly as I could, and I would just be like, "All right, guys, look out! Here I come!" And then you just go back and do the zombie, like the head stomp on all of them afterwards, and it's just. Or he's just like, clunk, 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 clunk.
Bring in the pain.
That zombie,
Taste my steel.
that zombie dropped lemon juice.
Looking like a motherfucking postcard.
Back.
Look like a motherfucking postcard.
I remember, I think the first time I died when we played was right here because I jumped down the fucking stairs.
I can believe it.
It's
Like,
just,
as you're
instant
running, you
death.
just jump.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I'm good. You might have slid
Could've
down
swore that I
the wall or
died.
something.
Probably. Also sounds like me. Fuck it. I'm taking the shortcut.
Yeah. The other reason that Sam is just objectively the best character is because if you add up all of his starting stats, he has a score of 300 and everyone else has less than that.
Oh, yeah, I remember, like, don't they all have, like, 250? And he's at 300? Like,
They
50 more.
they all have 100. They all have 100 speed. And then, which I have a feeling that the reason they gave them all speed scores is probably because early on some were slower than others, and then they were like, oh, well, this is a problem because the slow character just gets left behind. But then they've got health, which, like, I think your character has a 90, the other two have 100, and I have 110. And then they have stamina, which one character has 100. I think two characters have hundreds and two have 90s or something like that. Like, it's not a big difference, but it's just funny to me that it's like Sam is objectively better because he has more health, same speed, same stamina, and is the only one that can knock zombies down.
Thank
with his
God we
bare
found
hands.
you. You did it? All right. Thanks to you, we might all just make
He's
it.
also essentially
No thanks to
the
you.
poster child.
Didn't see you out there.
This is true.
We are not.
Because he has, like, the song and, I don't know. They just have... He's, like, the one that sings the intro song and shit like that.
Yeah.
Shut up, Cinnamon.
Hey, man. Cinemoy needs to
Those
be a
things
playable
catch wind of
character.
us again. We won't stand a chance here.
He's got
We
a
need
Mike
to
Tyson
move.
tat.
He does have a Mike Tyson tat. I think he had that tat
Okay,
before
ready
Mike
to go out
Tyson
there
had it. I
again?
think Mike
I
Tyson
need
got
you to
it
find a
because he
lifeguard
played this
station
game.
and see if it's safe. Can you do that for me?
Confirmed. Mike Tyson.
I can do that.
Yeah.
Take the beach. It's the shortest way. We'll come as soon as we know it's safe. There should be a
This
working
man over
radio
here on the
outside.
left is getting busy,
Signal us when
and
it's
this
clear.
dude in the
We'll follow you.
sackcloth shirt is just watching him like a deprived from Dark Souls.
Oh yeah, Jesus Christ. He's watching both of them get fucking down.
No thanks to you.
Hank, what you doing, Hank?
Getting hands.
Lord. Oh.
Game is against fun.
Yep. Game is broken. Confirmed. The physics are trash. But yeah, no, like I will say that you get a little bit of a graininess to the game too with the light. But overall, I have like zero complaints about the graphics in this game. It being a game that's like 12 years old. Because they announced Dead Island 2 in 2014. You know.
Oh,
Like, well, announced meaning like they said, hey, we're gonna make another one day. You know, like.
Yeah.
But.
Oh, what the fuck?
I just immediately jump into a tree, like, well, alright, that's my cue to exit. Deuces.
Ciao.
Yeah. I've seen this movie before.
Nice.
Hey buddy, what you doing, buddy?
Holy shit!
What's this?
He's coming right there.
You just gotta do the art of ninja like I did. You missed it. That was a oh, they were twins. So sad. I just gave a master class in drop kicking zombies in the chest. Just literally. Yeah. Get back. I'm from Louisiana.
I should have bonus damage for my kicks if I'm wearing heels.
I think you said that to me last time we played this too.
Did I?
That's how you know it makes sense. Yeah, there's like some sort of like actual momentum involved in the kicks because when you do the jump kick to the face, it actually does almost always knock them down. Whereas like the chest kick is like 50-50. Which I actually, you know, there's a lot of things they did right with this game. I'm really looking forward to the sequel. Like it wasn't one I was thinking like, oh man, I wish they'd make another one. But when they announced it, I was like, oh man, I'm so excited. Like, I was talking before you came in about the fact that you can literally be any level and still play because the game adjusts the level of enemies based on your end and not just on what the host has going on.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, like, I've played a lot of this game, but I don't think I've ever actually beaten it. And I always did look forward to the second one.
The game is split up into 4 chapters, and I was actually telling Calrea about that. I was like, you know, the thing about this game is I've played it so much, and most of it's just been in the first 2 areas. You know, like eventually you get to the jungle, and then you get to the like there's like a prison or like an asylum or something on the island, and that's when shit gets like really crazy, and you're fighting multiple elites at once and that kind of thing. But you just don't often get to that because the early parts are so much fun.
Dang! Bitch was huge!
Damn! Bitch was huge! Alright, open the door. I'm gonna make magic happen. Don't stand next to the door. Oh no! Ted B!
Oh shit.
Listen, Isaac, friend. Please, friend. Don't do this, buddy. Buddy. Told you not to do it.
As aggro in death as he was in life.
came at me like a giant crab. What else was I supposed to do?
Y'all saw it.
You all saw him. I gave him a warning. I said, please, don't do this. And he said, "Roar," and then staggered slowly towards me. I had no choice. I am actually surprised that it just killed him outright, though. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, honestly. And the song did like 900 damage. It was like 890.
Mayday, mayday. This is
It's
Oceanic
like, oh,
Flight
okay. Well,
1012.
then.
All engines are out. Repeat, all engines are out. Ground control, do you read?
Not only do we take them, we abuse them shamelessly.
Fuck off.
He was like, hey, wait a second, you can't do that.
Oh no. I was in gay baby jail for a second.
Oh no. What? It sounds terrible, but I don't know what that means.
God awful.
We're doomed. Oh, we're doomed. Okay. The way it was written was not legible.
How about just don't be fucking idiots?
Yeah. Did you ever try not getting bitten? What do you think the odds are that we'd be able to get a 4-person match or two of Left 4 Dead going for Halloween, like for October? 0 or 2%?
You know, it's a percentage. I'll say that much.
Are you a fan of Left 4 Dead? I can't even remember if you like that game.
I'm a fan of it. I've only played it like.
Let's hope there's something useful.
Because it was only like one time when I was able to get them together.
I literally got Steam for 2 games. Like the when I got my Steam account, Steam had been around for a while, and I literally got Steam because I heard that Left 4 Dead 2 was free on it for like it was like some Christmas thing they were doing. And then I looked and was like, oh shit, they got Last Remnant on here? Like, that's why I have a Steam account, is for The Last Remnant and Left 4 Dead 2. And then the other 140 games that I own are just incidental.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I was there. I mean, I even got that game, which
I watched a little bit of that one and was like, yeah.
It's fun and it gets the job done, but for whatever reason, dude, where Left 4 Dead works, Back 4 Blood just doesn't.
Yeah.
And like, I couldn't tell you why. Like, mechanically and everything, it's pretty much the same fucking game. Maybe it's the fact that I spent $60 on the game that's like fucking $2.
Yeah.
For better graphics.
That'll do it. I don't know. I think part of it too is that Left 4 Dead was just, it was from a different era. Like that was one of those rare games that like actually encouraged non-toxic behavior online. Like you could actually get some real friendships going off of Left 4 Dead. You know what I'm saying? And that nostalgia factor, like, is what made you keep playing it over and over and over. Like, I got to the point where there was I can't even remember what her name was, Shibby Pro. There was a girl I used to play with on the 360. Her username was Shibby Pro, and we played so much Left 4 Dead that we got to the point where we would just run backwards through the stage because it was easier to kill the zombies chasing us than kill the zombies in front of us. And we would literally sing the like, and I run, so, and we would just leave the other 2 players behind. We're like, you either keep up or you get left behind. Like, this is just how it's gonna be.
Nice job, mates. I'm safe now, thanks to you.
But so all that is to say, like, when they had the DLC for Left 4 Dead 2, where you get like find Bill's dead body, that was like an actual gut punch. to be like, oh no, Bill died. Like, he actually dies. And to just kind of like go back 10 years after the fact and try to cash in on Left 4 Dead and just be like, hey, remember Left 4 Dead? This is another game like that. Like, it's just not the same, you know? Like, I think a big part of the goodwill of that game was just built on
Sure, they got an amplifier there.
the online experiences, like the friendships that you build, and just
get it for us.
playing those levels over and over and over
Yeah.
and really falling in love with it
All right,
in all
excellent.
its janky
You bring
glory,
it back as soon as you can.
if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I like coming from someone who played Back 4 Blood, like I totally get it. And it is just weird because like Back 4 Blood is great, but I think another thing that comes into play, like stated, is just the era that we're in, where it's like most of the time when you play a co-op game, you're already playing with friends. Like, you're not playing a game to meet people anymore.
This baby needs some new spark
Whereas
plugs
Left 4
or she
Dead
ain't
is, like,
going nowhere.
you need to meet other people.
Shame though. It's a
Yeah.
hell of a car.
Your
A
other friends
battalion
have a
of those
PS3
freaks wouldn't slow this
or,
baby
you know,
down.
computer, and
So,
you have an Xbox.
if you can find me
Thank
a
you so
few
much for the lurk,
necessary
Ben
parts
Tornado.
from
I
any
will be here
nearby
for the
wrecked
next several
cars,
hours,
and we
and
get
I
this ride
appreciate you
rolling,
for being here.
I'll let you take her out
If
anytime
you
you
pop
want.
in later and want to say
Deal?
hi, feel free. If you need to, you know, buy the game and download it and then jump in, you know. We need someone to be perna.
I can do that.
Are you guys still gonna play
You locate those parts.
Among Us
You know
tomorrow? Do
where
you
to
think,
find
or
me.
no?
I know I'm down. I messaged Venom or Albie, and he just never replied to me. And Eisen's down. It just depends on how his home life pushes go.
Yeah.
Somebody help me with this bloody door.
Can somebody help me with this bloody door? What are you talking about?
Yeah, what the f-
Feel like these bodies are starting to rot. You smell that? We need to burn them before they start attracting more of these walking dead motherfuckers. Do me a favor. See if you can't get some gas from that station nearby.
For real.
Yep.
Okay, good. See if you can find a car. That way you can
Oh,
move
this
more
is the whole
gas.
thing where we have to get like juice. We have to get like the juice boxes and the gas, and you just keep driving back and forth.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I remember.
Yeah. Hey Jack, aren't you the guy that was gonna kill me? This guy's got eyes like David Bowie. I never noticed
Mate,
that.
can you help
Or he's
me?
got a glass eye, one or the other.
Hey, remember me, mate? I'm the doctor, but I...
No.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Remember me? No.
He was the one that was gonna bash our heads in at the start.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a doctor, not a bloody executioner. As he sets down the hammer he was about to bash our face in with.
I was just saying, you know, the only one that is still
Kill those poor bastards.
Kill those poor bastards. The voices said the same thing about you. What? What? Huh? Yeah, if we could get some Left 4 Dead, or I don't know. Maybe I'm getting ahead of the game. I've got a whole bunch of like spooky themed games planned for October. I've got a couple that aren't really scary. It's more just scary the fact that I'm gonna play them. Like
Kelly's
Fester's
worried
Quest
about her
for the
husband
NES.
Will, but I think he's probably okay.
So if I
you
could
happen to be
switch
nearby
those
there,
out for
you
like
see
a
if you can find
co-op
him.
experience, I would be open to
Yep.
that. But
His name is
Yeah,
William.
I mean,
He's
I'm
about
down
6'1", black hair, good looking. He's a concierge.
Whereas I'm late.
He has a
his
friend named
schedule
Doyle
is
who works in the
always
Diamond District bungalows.
crazy.
I'm
The
thinking
others
maybe he's
are
hiding out there.
No shows. God damn, this song don't make me act up.
you said the zombie is.
She's like
I ran out
fucking
in such
face
a
down,
rush I left
ass
my
up.
necklace behind
Oh,
at the
I see.
hotel. It's in bungalow 6 in the silver section.
But yeah, no, I'm
My
always
husband
down.
gave it to me.
You said that about
means a lot to
Ginger.
me.
Hey, Jimmy.
I'm offering
You
a
said that
reward.
about Ginger
Can you
and
help me?
Dust, and I was like, did you forget the blacksmith?
Thank you. Please be careful.
The
Oh, I don't remember if I even saw it. I was kind of in and out on that.
Why the hell did I stay here with Cinemoy? I should have listened to Maggie and left with James and the others.
I was gonna say,
Probably
yeah,
found their way off the island by
look her
now.
up.
Maybe there's still time to find them. If you're out there and you see Maggie and the others,
I had a
could you
conversation
let me know
with
where they are?
somebody about it because that was the moment when people were like, "So this game was made for furries?" Then I was like, "Well, her name is Haley." I had to look it up. I was like, "What is her name?"
Yeah, okay.
Thanks.
We don't judge here,
I'll
guys.
be here. Because, I mean, you know,
Oh, yeah, no, I don't think
where the
I
hell
ever
else am I gonna go?
saw her. I think I joined either late or
Yeah.
I don't know,
Every time you come over to her place, she's like, "It's my favorite customer."
Oh no.
Bet you say that to
I
all
heard
the
this scourge
broody,
came from outer space.
the broody
Yeah.
guys.
All the dusts.
Yeah. Trade with Wayne. Time to trade with Wayne, y'all. I want to.
Oh, I guess I have to be there too. I'm on my way.
Damaging nail hammer. This man sells deodorant $150 a pop. Whereas car batteries are $13 a pop.
Good on you, mate.
Priorities.
Getting good at this.
Oh, I didn't actually talk to the guy after I opened the door. Thank you. Thank you for turning that quest in.
What a bloody disaster.
Right?
Will you help me? I need you to locate an ambulance or one of the lifeguard vehicles. Inside, you'll find a paramedic bag with all the necessary equipment in it. Pretty sure I saw one, but your help.
Life in the bag. Yeah, I think this is the part when Tanook started dying over and over and over because she ran off on her own and then got bad, right? It's like
she was trying to catch up with me.
I see. So you
And,
you
yeah,
intentionally left her behind. Is what you're saying.
Hey man, it's not my job to take care of the others.
That's right. I say the same thing when I play D&D as the DM. I'm like, it's not my job to keep you alive. It's my job to give you the tools to secure your own survival. I feel really bad about not being able to run the thing tomorrow. Like I don't know, school. I had an extended conversation about school. I've got one teacher that like I was kind of on the fence about at first. That is turning out to be a pretty solid professor in terms of like being clear about expectations and having like attainable learning goals. And the other one is just he's like all insane. I had a meeting with my advisor today and I showed her our syllabus and like talked with her for about 20 minutes and then she had a meeting with like the associate dean of the majors program and was like, I think there's a problem here. Oh, don't do that! The fact that you very slowly threw your hands up in the air like, oh no! Sorry, this one's somehow level 14 and all the others were level 3, so I don't know, man. I wanted to help you, but all of a sudden the enemies just got really high level. Did somebody jump in? Like, did somebody join our party? We're in the wrong neighborhood!
He's got a pipe.
I tried to be swaggy and grab the pipe back out of the air when it bounced off of his gut, but it didn't work. I was really hoping for that. Anyway, so we gotta get it. We're doing the spark plugs quest. What?
Don't mess with this, motherfucker.
Don't mess with this, motherfucker.
Sit.
I also like running up on the zombies and kicking them in the ass as they're trying to stand up, because that's like a guaranteed knockdown too. And it's just so funny to me to be like, no, sit down. Hey man, I'm not hitting. I'm just glad there's no friendly fire in this game. Could you imagine we're like all trying to kick this zombie and hitting each other, knocking each other down?
Oh god, that sounds fucking miserable.
Yeah.
Oh shit! How the fuck did this happen?
I was looking at that, the body.
Yeah, that one got filleted and crushed.
Yes. Quests. So we got we have life in the bag done. We just have to go back. We could do the car part. Like honestly, we can just do a lot of different little quests and then go back at once for all of them and it not be a big thing.
Isn't there a car that we can guard at the road, or do we have to repair that piece of shit one?
I think we have to. Well, I don't know. I think if we fix the one, then there'll always be one there. But there's got to be another drivable car somewhere. Find 4 parts. Okay, we did that. Ashes to ashes. Bring fuel from the gas station to burn the bodies. Bring Jeannie's necklace from Bungalow 6. That's like right here. I do specifically remember this quest before because for some reason shit just got incredibly out of control and Tanuks got like run over by a car in this bit. Like I don't know if you remember that. Like we were driving down through the like I remember taking a car and I was like driving it down the stairs or something, and then she was like, "Oh, I think this is the spot," and just jumped out of a moving vehicle and immediately got run over. It was like, "Oh no!" I was like, "Well, that's what you get jumping out of a moving vehicle."
It's like fucking how have you lived life this long without running yourself over with a car? Oh hey, a car that works.
Please! Please! My husband. He's bleeding. Can you help us?
Shut up.
Name's Roger, brothers. And
Name's
this is
Roger,
my wife,
brothers.
Jess.
This is my wife,
We were
Jess.
driving like a bat out of hell when I saw that broke down car. Part of me said, forget about it. But I couldn't. I couldn't do that and live with myself, so we stopped to see if we could help. The driver must have been in shock or something because he threw himself at us like a crazy guy. I had to kill him. But this was self-defense. I was protecting myself.
Like a crazy guy.
You gotta believe me. But you know what? He took a bite out of me, man.
Jesus Christ, for someone dying, you sure have a lot
I think
to
I
say.
got whatever he had, or rabies.
Are you on my stream right now? I was gonna show you my
Who the hell
fancy
knows?
cuffs.
But can you get Jess out of here?
If you're not, it's okay.
If I start to lose it,
I
don't want
I
to
have a
bloody
fancy
hurt
cup.
her.
Pull that up on the second monitor.
You let me know when you're on there, and I'll show it again.
I'm in.
Hey, man.
There you go.
Thanks. Should take her to the lighthouse. My brother James should be there.
Oh, there you go. That's good.
You
Oh,
take
shit,
her in.
I have one. I should show you. I have one similar to that, except it's like bone colored.
We went to you're gonna laugh. We went to Home Goods. We've been like going to different stores looking for like Halloween decorations, and we got a set of candles, of 4 candles. That's what this is. It was a candle holder, or like a candle. We paid like $10 for it, and I told Calrejo, she's like, I don't know. It smells good, but it's $10. I was like, yeah, but if we buy enough of them, we could have a set of skulls to drink out of for Halloween. And she was like, "Okay, put them in the cart."
Yeah.
So
Shit.
yeah, so I literally, it's like, you know, a lot of our drinking glasses are just like old candle holders, and this is one of them.
Not bad at all.
Hey, chainsaw.
What's up, Chainsaw Bear?
You couldn't pay $10 for that glass on its own. You know what I'm saying? Like, what am I doing? Am I talking to you? What do you want, Jessica
I don't
Nelson?
know. She has like a protection thing above her head.
Oh, drive Jessica to the lighthouse. Okay.
Pop her in the back of the fucking head. Hurry up! Chop chop. That's a big bitch. God damn.
Just because you're an 80-pound Asian woman, okay?
I'm in heels and that bitch towers over. Fuck off.
Oh, too far. Oh no! They're hitting my car! Hang on. We're gonna have to turn around, guys.
Good shot from that bitch.
Here we go. Where is she? I feel like there's a little bit of a drift on my vehicle now. Like I'm pulling to the side for some reason.
Axles.
Yeah.
I wish I could take pot shots right in front.
That would be fun to be able to just like swing the bat off the side or something. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Clunk.
Hello! It's nice to see someone who isn't dead. Hello!
There are people living in the lighthouse?
There are people living in the lighthouse? Why did we come here if you... What?
Thank you.
It was your idea to come here.
Can you check on my husband?
Follow me, I'll take you to James.
So we have to go back.
I'm sure he'll be glad to see you're still alive.
Yeah, he's a zombie now, totally.
James will probably want to
100%.
talk to you first.
Javier.
Whoa. Don't be sneaking up on
Don't be sneaking up on people. I could have blown your
Okay,
bloody head
let's
off.
take a look.
With what gun?
He's in the back there. You should go to... James is at the top of the lighthouse.
They do give you
Go
a
see it.
shitload of side quests in this first area.
Yeah. And a lot of them are kind of
Holy
just dog
shit,
shit.
you're alive?
quests.
I'm
Island,
approaching the
the
location
true
where I'm
story.
to meet my informant. I must say, everything seems oddly quiet and deserted here. I'm a little concerned that my informant
Buddy.
has been exposed. I hope he's all right. The door appears
man
to
knows
be
what's
ajar.
up.
Mr. Anomo? Hello? Anyone here?
believe this. I'm James.
I'm
You don't know me,
You
but
don't
I
know
sure
me, but I
remember you.
sure remember you.
Me and Cinemoy had a slight difference of opinion. He wanted to stay put and wait for help. I wanted to get the hell out of there. So I got the hell out. Now, we're working on setting up the lighthouse to signal for assistance. We sure could use your help.
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
Now, if you want to get off this island with the rest of us, go talk to my people. See what you can do to help.
Yeah, sure. You're just trying to take the easy way out.
Cinemoy and his crew were not content.
I see
Farther
you
up the
over there.
coast, there's a couple shipwrecks.
I'm in.
Good. I'm gonna help.
I wish that we could get a group of people. I would love to get a group of people going to play 7 Days to Die.
Yeah.
Like
I
a
fucking
like
that
a
guy.
standing engagement to just play 7 Days to Die like once a week.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Stephen is
I know.
looking for me? Oh,
I I played,
Could you
I
please
think,
tell
like,
him that?
2 hours with Albie and Eisen, and pretty sure they got more than they did in that like 2 hours.
You can't even like
Her name's Linda.
make a good
She got beat
shovel
up
in
pretty
2
bad out there.
hours.
I don't even know.
Which
She
is,
needs
I know,
pain.
like you're not selling me
I can
on
do
this
that.
game, but like
You. There's a wrecked ambulance on the road to the bungalows and medical supplies in the lifeguard tower. I'm pretty sure you can find painkillers and bandages on
the base, and then
That is exactly what I
Albie,
needed.
I guess, couldn't
Thank you.
make it to me.
You just saved this girl's
And
life.
then Eisen just, did Eisen stuff and never showed up.
The last time we played 7 Days to Die as a group, I feel like Eisen and Colby created a basement and then built a swastika out of wooden blocks, and then that was pretty much their entire like thing. Like,
I was in contact with the.
do you remember
I
that?
lost contact.
I was like,
Hey, that plane might be our ticket out of here.
oh, I was like, why exactly? I can't remember who it was then. I thought it was them. I was like, why exactly did we do this? And they were just like, I don't know.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Okay.
Well, don't.
Seems. Okay. Anyway, that's a real nice piece of wood you got there.
To run a business
Like,
here.
literally just a piece of wood with a convenient split that you can put your hand on. Like, huh? How would you not get splinters? Hey, Plunbex, how's it going? Notify Steven about Maggie's location. Look for Kelly's husband. We got the necklace. We got the car parts. We got the paramedics. We could go get the flares. They're right over here. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Oh, that's like an actual quest later. They're like, hey, can you finish spelling out help on the beach nearby? And then, like, the whole time you're doing it, there's zombies running at you. They're like, don't let them call for help, guys. Well, I mean, that's no worse than every single game ever where zombies and dogs know how line of sight works and cover mechanics, right? You're spitting a whole lot of truth I'm not prepared for here.
Searching all these suitcases make me remember the forest.
In a good way or a bad way?
I like the game, but it has its problems. I'm waiting for Forest.
I really, really hope that the sequel is optimized for play with a controller on PC. Oh well, I've fucked up. I'm trapped in the abyss forever. There we go. Okay, because that was the main thing, was like playing it on the PC. I have to use a controller and then like quickly switch to keyboard whenever I'm doing crafting.
I just forced myself to get accustomed to the PC controls.
I also,
I fucking hate.
once again, bringing up the sordid past, I'll never not remember the incident with my raft covered in logs, like 40 logs stacked on that thing, and she's like, I'm trying to cut this tree, but it's not going. I'm like, it's because you're cutting my raft. Stop cutting my raft. Are you sure? I'm like, yes, stop cutting my raft. And the raft just fucking explodes, and all the logs just cease to exist. They just phase out of existence. Yeah. I was so mad. Oh my god.
I remember that. That was kind of like the start of it.
The start of the downfall was when she died in that cave and we had no clue where she was. So we were just like, well, fuck it, respawn at the respawn at the plane, and we'll see you in a minute. And she got really offended.
It's like, how to get back to where you're at. Like, what makes you think that we know how to get to you?
Yeah. Playing that game with Mommy Dami is a special kind of experience, though.
Yeah, I definitely like it. I'll say that much. It was just
Mommy Dami makes that game for me. She's just like, quick, don't waste the legs. I need to eat the legs so I can make effigies later. Like, what? Don't waste the legs.
Not the proper greater joy than bleeding out legs to get out the fire.
Look what I did, guys. Oh, they don't just like equip new items on the list. Okay. Flailing. They see me flailing. I'm missing. Oh, sorry. Sorry, friend. Oh shit. What's good? What's really good? So what? Why does it? What's wrong with it?
Shit or something.
You could play it in sepia tone.
Honestly, I might have to.
Well, I hope to get Elden Ring set up for next time and it actually work. So maybe we can play Elden Ring next weekend or something. Like, I mean, we can play it whenever. I just can't stream it. I haven't actually tried to stream it since the week it came out. So. Yeah. Well, and the other issue too is, if you recall, I was having an issue with my computer for a long time, where it was using like 60% of my CPU just to like run Twitch Studios. Do you remember that? Oh yeah. Yeah, no. At one point, I like gave up streaming on my PC for like 2 or 3 weeks, because there was some sort of issue where it was literally just having Twitch Studios idling on a black screen was using between 40 and 60% of my CPU on my brand new computer. Like, and then like one day I don't even know what I was doing. Oh, I wanted to have like a video chat with Leggett or something. And my laptop camera was messing up, or something was going on. And I like unplugged my camera. I see. I unplugged my camera on my PC and then plugged it back in, and then it just magically fixed it. And now like Twitch Studios uses 2.5% of my CPU. It was like there was some kind of glitch where, I don't know if it was like keeping instances of my camera up from like times that it crashed in the past, or what was going on, but it was insane. Like, I could not run anything other than like the most rudimentary games, or it would have serious issues. So that could have been part of the issue, was that it was just wasting all the CPU on trying to like not have a seizure and die. You know what I'm saying? So, oh, apparently I was supposed to talk to Darvin. Dorvin. Oh shit, Plundex is going for the record. He's doing it. He's doing it. He's doing a pyramid. Oh, Megami. I knew you were gonna do it too because you got really quiet and I heard the typing and I was like, oh, he's gonna mess it up.
Yeah, like I had to open up my desk and everything.
I'm sorry he did that to you, Plundex.
If it makes me feel better, I could have totally been having my ass beat and I still would have done it. Fucking losers.
That's when you do the exclamation pyramid to call up who has the record while he's doing it. See, Radiant Dawn was smart. Radiant Dawn was smart because he kept trying to beat the record and it kept getting fucked up. So he literally waited until I was offline one day and then jumped on my channel and did it real quick and took a screenshot of it. I was like, I can't even be mad. Props.
We take those.
Yep. Nothing stopping anybody else from doing it. I don't think Rocket knows, Chainsaw. If Rocket knows, he hasn't said anything about it. I don't think he cares. I think he gave up. Most condescending tongue click ever recorded on stream. I feel like, was he not in here earlier? How do I get into this? Yeah, it would actually be really funny for him to go to do it, to just be like, he cheats on here, and then realizes he doesn't actually have the record. I guess we just can't get in this building right now. It's a quest thing for later. Because this is where the mechanic lives. Fuck that guy that gives us free cars and gasses them up for us. What an asshole. Yeah. I'm gonna hit Jack from right here. Whoa! Thank you.
You got a gun?
Stop it. So apparently I failed to talk to Darvin up there.
Failed?
Yeah, I didn't fail. I didn't talk to Darvin.
Okay. I was like, oh, the quest is now void because
No. So you can tell this car's not drivable because the seats are pushed forward.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I was like, oh, we couldn't possibly salvage this one.
No human person could ever adjust the seats. A fragile stick. Double kill.
So
I think they're bites.
why is it that
Yes.
like, wouldn't it make sense that those other corpses would have turned to where
Maybe those were people that were immune to the disease, but they weren't able to get away, so they just got eaten enough that they died. Like we're immune to the virus, but we also haven't had the zombies just pin us to the ground and eat our stomachs. You know what I'm saying? Hmm. Hmm. Megami is a professional troll, Plundex.
Yeah, I try my best.
That's a hell of a windup to miss. Hey, Drew, what's going on, buddy? How are you doing? Just throwing it out there. If you've got Dead Island, the definitive edition, you can join us. For the low, low price of free, you can join our party. You can be Perna or Chad, aka Logan. Up to you.
Does this game not allow stacking characters?
I don't know. Maybe it does. If it does, then you can be Sam B or Cyan as well. Yes, I would like a vehicle, please. I would like a car. I guess we gotta go up the hill again.
Hey, you! Go over to the door! Give me a sec to open it.
Well, if you do and you want to play, I'm planning to play for at least 2 more hours, Drew. So, and we're just talking on a Discord chat. So,
What we got here?
Drew said, "I think I do have it." Oh shit!
What, you want gas?
See, Drew
Sorry, the
lives
pumps
in
ain't
your
working.
neck of the woods, Megami.
I was out and the generator's in the warehouse next door.
Yeah, you could. Well, I don't know. I don't think he lives in your neighborhood, but he lives like on the west
There's
coast.
another way in. They try the roof.
Like
Yo, once you get in.
Yeah.
Just West Coast.
Yeah, Cali.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I did see a fun picture of somebody that was like an actual representation of parking in California. And it was just like a little hatchback that was literally melting in a parking lot. And I was like, well, this picture's fake. There's no fire. Yeah, where's the raging inferno? What kind of
Did you see that video I sent you where I found the fucking needles?
Yeah, I saw that. That's crazy. Like, I found these. I wouldn't have even picked them up with my bare hands, really and truly.
It's par for the course here.
Like, no, those are Frankie's. I know him. He's cool. Drew says Callie's always on fire in the summer. I've had this conversation with Megami many times in the past. Like, you know, I mean, there are some racists living in Virginia, but at least the state doesn't burst into flames every year. Like, all together. Oh, did you kill him? What did you learn? You have all the bad stuff. I gave Megami crap about California constantly being on fire for years, and then he came to Virginia, and he was here 3 days, and some girl from some girl at a gas station tried to flirt with him, and he was like, "Nah, I'm from Cali." And she was like, "Why would you want to live there? Isn't that place always on fire?" And he turns and looks at me like I know her or something. He's like, I was like, "Hey man, I've never seen this girl before in my life." She's like, "Why would you want to live in California? Isn't that place like always on fire?" And he turns and looks at me like, "What?" Like,
it's true.
Well, isn't it? Answer the question. We really appreciate. His name is Dan Mark. We really appreciate what you're doing. Stealing your gas.
No wonder pisses off every zombie in a 10-mile radius. I'm sorry!
You did it! Unbelievable! I just heard hyperventilating and then like,
ran right at me and I just stabbed him in the forehead.
oh, okay.
We stay on fire in a burnt out shack. It's like 1 mil. Yeah. Oh my god. So that reminds me. Well, fuck it. There's an area called Chino near where I live.
You don't
and
say.
It's not very
good.
A good area to live. And I found a place that was I think 950 square. No, it was 650 square feet. And they wanted $1,200 a month for rent.
Oh.
Yeah, the pictures of the place was literally like you open up the door, straight ahead is quote unquote a bathroom. To the right is the bedroom, which was just a bed. Like you couldn't walk around the bed. You walk in and you just like fall to the side and you're on the bed. And they were asking me $1,200 a month for that shit. I was like, yeah, no. And mind you, this is also an area where you're actively getting stabbed. Like it, God, it pissed me off.
Virginia has its own problems, Drew. Our governor is not great right now, but yeah, it is time to head to Virginia. So we've got a ton of gas cans. Did you fill one of these up?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just like, it's not letting me use the gas pump, so all right, so it's time to just turn in like 40 quests.
This.
Oh no! Oh god! Yeah, really. Keep just missing these zombies. Oh, it's making me really sad. Yeah. Chainsaw Bear said, I like how you can really feel the weight of your weapon when you hit the enemies in this game. Yeah.
Yeah.
They did a good job on this game. I was saying before, Chainsaw, I'm really looking forward to Dead Island 2 in February. If that's when it actually comes out. Oh, is it, Drew? That's good. I haven't played it in so long. I want to, but oh shit, I've done a thing. Oh my god, wait, actually, here, you take the gas can, but don't turn it in yet. I need to do a thing. You probably know what I'm gonna do, but... Oh shit, this thing controls so crazy. Oh my god. Oh, I wanted to like yeet myself off the edge.
Hurry it up.
Perfect.
This is starting to stink.
Perfect park job. It just works.
Hey, thank you. This should do it. By the way, I'm Mike. I got the bodies piled up outside. Guess we better do this.
No. Well, on I-95 maybe, Drew. I-95 is pretty bad. Other than that, well, honestly, Virginia drivers are generally pretty bad, but I'm not a bad driver. But every time I go, yeah, that's actually true. Drew's like, look at this fool with no shirt on. He's got a open flame going like 3 feet away from him. You think the ashes are gonna like burn his chest?
Yeah, the smell of burnt hair is a little bit worse than fucking.
Whoa, great job.
But
nice.
I will say,
just
whenever
give me
we
a
go to
sec
like
and I'll
North
get this bitch
Carolina or
running.
something, I'm forever like these fucking Virginia drivers. Although I don't know, I feel like Megami had a couple of scary moments when he rode with us back and forth to the beach. He was just like, "Well, if I die, I die." Like,
yeah.
You just saved a lot of lives, mate. You may have even saved Anne's.
Close calls,
Thank you.
But all in all, I'm kind of just like,
Just
Throw my hands in the air and let it happen.
just remember, Calray was driving for that trip.
Yeah, there was like 40 missed calls, you know.
You found her? They're still here. Fuck it then, I'm out of here.
Stephen was eaten 3 feet
This is
outside
it.
the gates.
Oh, thank you.
He would later be killed and a packet of lemon juice looted from his body.
I heard this.
Send him to his death. I want that lemon juice.
Give me that lemon juice. Sweet, sweet, sour lemon juice. Oh, yes. Some of these weapons are way better than others. Let's see. Unequip. Unequip. So, when is this game gonna, like, let me organize items by strength? Please.
Go fuck yourself.
Ah,
An alien infection.
how foolish of me. You're right.
Sell all these shitty weapons.
You're right. You're right.
So what's the purpose of lemon juice? Is it just to be sold?
Some fucking
It's
vacation,
all
huh?
those little
I can
random
help you
items
out,
you
though.
find
You
are
need a
used
weapon,
for
I'm
crafting
your
or
guy.
like quests
Bricks
where
of
people
baseball
want you
bats
to
can
bring
only
them
take you
stuff.
so far. Torch them. They burn real
You're getting
easy.
wrangled into playing
Get yourselves a
Splatoon.
couple
Well, what the
Molotov
fuck,
cocktails, and you
Chainsaw?
can burn up a whole mob of those motherfuckers. You bring me a couple, and I can make you a few cocktails, if you catch my drift.
How can I say
What's
no?
there to
Good.
catch? If you catch
So you want to burn those bastards or
But
what?
You just
Good.
said you'd make
I'm gonna need some empty.
cocktails. What more is there
Good.
to catch?
I'm gonna need some.
Later on, there's a person that makes you 2 Molotov, or a Molotov for 2
We're
bottles.
safe here for now, but there's
Versus
still work to
5.
do. A lot of people here need help.
5.
Go talk to them and
Oh, he like Bogarts a couple for himself.
Pretty much. Look for Kelly's husband, a concierge named William. Wait, what's going on? I see some more quest rewards. I have played it, but it's been a long time since I've played it, Drew. I haven't played it recently. Janine and Steven. Didn't I already talk to them?
Trophies, just stuff that we already done.
Oh, it's rewards. Okay. They don't just give you your quest of reward when you finish the quest.
If you're in
gotta
need of
talk to them again. Because reasons.
Yeah.
Threatening heavy morning star. I mean,
That makes sense to me.
I kind of want it though. I'm level 6. How much money do I have? 2,200. Yeah, I actually had that exact conversation with Megami, and I was saying, like, I don't know if it really counts as a full game. It feels like DLC to me. We had that exact conversation.
I see. Yeah. I've never played it, but that seemed
A
pretty
wire
much.
and an electronic scrap. 1 wire and 1 electronic scrap. Yes. Damn it! I need another electronic scrap and I'll be able to build a bluntly shocking mod. Can I drive your car now, bro? No, you haven't fixed it yet because you're a piece of shit. Well, it's time for our trusty vehiculo.
I'm assuming we're stuck.
No.
Somehow the wheels
We had that guy like jump up and down on the bed of the truck to get the back tires to hit, and then got tread somehow, traction. We are supposed to like go back to that house and check on Chickadee's husband, right?
Oh yeah.
I don't see the quest, but that is a thing.
I guess it just doesn't matter. Traction.
You're right. Kick him into the bushes.
Outside out.
Been there.
Trying to see if Andrew is in the bushes.
I just killed Roger's body. Yeah, I'm disrespectful in that way, Drew.
Out the car, get place it back.
Obviously, it respawned.
Oh, right.
Benoy, more like Adoy. Get with it, Drew. Look for Kelly's husband, a concierge named William, at the Diamond Bungalows. Well, so the thing is, here we go. I always do, Drew.
You done!
This is more the experience Megami had when he rode with us. Just like, well. What? I disagree.
We can go over that step. Blasphemy.
Yeah. Same thing over here, I'm sure. Yep. Well, looks like this is the end of the line for us, guys. Our vehicle couldn't possibly mount this disaster of a obstacle. Lord. Alright, go get him.
How'd that hit you? Not
Oh,
me.
did it?
Right next to you.
Oh.
It sounded like it did.
Oh yeah, I guess I did get some, well, it's not letting me assign items to the top 2 items on my, there we go. Honey crap. There we go.
What?
Drew wants disrespect. I'll give him disrespect. We gotta knock a zombie down and then stand on his back in the water. Come at me, zombie. Aw. Isn't that a thing in this game? Can't you, like, drown them? I thought you could drown them.
Sounds like she's just taking water.
Just taking on water. Oh, you know what? I remember this place. I think this is where that crazy drunk girl is. That's like, woo, champagne. And she gives you like a 1,000 XP for every bottle of champagne you give her.
There's like a way to duplicate items so they do fucking champagne or whatever.
Yeah, it's like a guaranteed spawn in the hotel. There's like an area in the hotel kitchens that you could just keep restarting. I can't remember exactly how you did it, but I know I did it before when it was on the 360. Like, it was a thing that I would do. I mean, I worked it out, so yeah. The thing is... Oops. Well. There we go. I'm just gonna go this way now.
Getting better.
There you go, Drew. Total disrespect. Kicked him in the ass. Yes, I did. Held a message for reasons. Sex-based terms. In the ass was modded as a sex-based term. Nightbot's a little freak. Nightbot's like, whoa, that's sex stuff you're talking about.
Champagne. I need more champagne. I fucking love champagne. Can you find some for me? You find me champagne, and I'll give you whatever I have. Whatever you want.
Ooh. I think she gives you diamonds as well.
You like sweaty. Okay, baby, we're going to party.
We like sweaty. We're going to party.
Stop spinning. You're making me dizzy.
Max sent you to find me? I can't believe that crazy bitch sent someone to find me. The whole world's going to hell, and the last person I want to be with is that goddamn wife of mine. Look, take the money and whatever else you want. It's no use to me anymore. And tell her I'm dead. Believe me, it's for the best.
This young lady here on the bed appears compromised.
I need
I'm gonna
champagne.
just move away.
Stop spinning. You're making me dizzy.
Right? Then slit her throat afterwards. I'm chaotic neutral. I can just do whatever I want, guys.
That's what that means.
Yeah, that's exactly what chaotic neutral means. No, it's definitely not that you're just straight fucking evil. Like Lord. He has some questionable things going on. Indeed he do, Drew. That's from D&D, a D&D campaign that I run with Denaz and Yelith and Megami and some others, and we had a female druid NPC, like an enemy that we incapacitated, and then Yelith charmed her to like get her to give us information. And then once we were done with that, another female player of our
Can't hurt
group
to
was
take a
like,
look.
"How attractive is she?" I was like, "Why does it matter? Aren't you guys gonna kill her?" And she was like, "I don't know. Maybe I wanna fool around with her before we kill her." And I like, and everybody was just kind of like letting it happen. I'm like, you guys realize that you basically have done the magic version of a roofie on this woman. She trusts you as though you're her friends, and you're gonna like let a member of your party take her to the tent, do unspeakable things to all the holes in her body, and then kill her afterwards. And everybody was like, yeah, maybe we could like recruit her to the party instead. Like, well, we can't do that. I guess we could just let her join the party, right? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was really tempted to go along with it and then cast Contagion on her while she was in a compromising position. Yeah, just start stacking Contagion spells on Mommy Dami. Like, you're fully diseased. Congratulations. Have her cast it on herself so that she's contagious. That would actually be a really funny thing to do, like, as a villain, or like a villain character in a D&D campaign in the future. Like, have a character that has divine magic that, like, knows you guys are coming, and just as an extra fuck you, just, like, cast Contagion on themselves multiple times to make themselves contagious. So when you attack them, like, you contract all these different diseases and shit, and then they can just heal themselves afterwards. That's honestly, you can't hate on that. Like, that's a strategy right there. Feel like, oh yeah, you fought the enemy for 3 rounds. None of you are below half health, but suddenly they're fleeing. What? Like, you wake up and you feel a little funny. Also, one of your eyes has fallen out. Just give it some gas. Oh yeah, it's still going.
Equalizer. Oh, it's trying to free itself. Oh god, I'm getting away from that before it launches at
Viking funeral, y'all. I can't have it. No one can.
Please!
Please!
You gotta help me! Down!
It was an old school Toyota. Now it's something else. Alfred, you good, buddy? Voodoo, you voodoo, bitch! Oh. It is a good game, Drew. And also, can I just say how great it is to have you in the chat today? We're playing it on Steam. PC. Oh no! No, get away. Fucker, no! Honestly, I have it on PS4 too, but that's what we're playing it on today.
PC. I wonder if there's like a mod community for this game.
Oh, I'm sure. Ah! It was worth it. I was going fisties on him.
Fuck that guy.
I just threw every weapon I had at him.
That's a legitimate strategy.
Yep. Thank you, Drew. Thank you. Wait. Oh, it's not gonna work. Boom, baby.
Pull this
Whoa!
ugly son bitch off me!
Get out of here. Crunch. Eat that fruit. Mm. Hi, friend. He did. He did indeed. He had a height advantage on me, okay?
Yeah, like a 6-inch reach.
That's true.
I keep thinking that I can press a button to like quickly turn around, and I'm not sure what game I'm basing that off of.
I couldn't tell you. Push enemies away, making some space. Oh, I need one more level, and then I can full body tackle him to the ground like nobody's business. Okay. That's a burn stick, honey. That's not what you think it is. Honey, honey, honey. Stop. Just take a breath. Oh, I think there's a skull up here. Yeah, I think there's a secret up here. I saw that little bridge telling me, hey buddy, come up here. There's something good for you. But apparently I was lied to. Because you know they do have those like colored skulls in this game that if you find them, each skull gives you like an unlock.
I think I remember one by like the pillbox.
Yeah, there's one like inside of a bunker that you can get. There's only one that's like really good. It's the one that gives you the Glova of power, or the power of Glova. It's supposed to be like the power glove for the NES, and it's like an item that you wear it, and when you have it, it's like a glove, and when you have it equipped, you press the attack button, and it completely saps your stamina and launches you backwards onto your ass, but does like a massive amount of electric damage to an enemy. Like you just shoot a lightning bolt out of your hand.
Bring in the pain!
Oh well, I fell down, so. Ankle kick, ankle kick, ankle kick. Oh, I didn't get the thing. We're 90 meters from our objective. Which is yes. Oh! you have health regen on your character? For me, the very first thing on the survival tree for me, the far right tree, is you get 10% of your health back per minute automatically.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. I mean, to be fair, there's a shitload of healing things kind of all around, at least in this beginning.
Yeah. Real question is, who do you voodoo?
Bitch.
Hey now. The bitch was implied.
Oh yeah, my first survival thing sucks ass.
It's running like a dream. This ride is
Oh yeah. So yours is medkits heal more, and mine is you don't need medkits.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, poor son of a bitch. I thought he'd make it. Guess I was wrong. Thanks anyway.
Thanks anyway.
Appreciate the help.
Oh, my brother's dead? Poor guy. Yes.
You don't want to pass up anything useful.
I heard this.
Debilitating flanged mace. Oh yeah, this game was 100% built for co-op, Drew.
Another thing that it does quite well is it respawns like weapons and stuff fairly frequently.
True.
It's nice not to just be like, oh well.
Can't depend on anyone but ourselves now.
I don't know if I'd classify this as a Morning Star.
It's more of a sledgehammer ammo.
Yeah. I need to get an electronic scrap so I can turn this bad boy into something good. There it is! Electronic scrap! Shwoom, shwoom, shwoom. That's a 99 cent. Yeah, it's $1. It's $1 store, Morningstar. Cannot upgrade damn. Fuck you.
You can't upgrade?
Upgrading it damages it slightly, so you have to repair it before you can. There we go, baby. Aw, yeah. Still not a Morning Star, but it's at least better. I wrapped it in barbed wire and attached a battery to it.
Now it's all sappy.
Yeah, come here, I want to test something. Okay, to kill time. I guess we gotta talk to Darvin. That damn fool.
Back at the fucking lighthouse. I'm in. No, I don't have any more troops.
You're finally allowed to watch? Did you get in trouble, Blairy, or were you busy? Did I get you in trouble because I cuss too much in my streams? If
That's
so,
fucking bullshit.
right? In any case, hello and welcome, Blairy. How you doing? Thunk. Thunk.
This is the life. Just me sitting back here, watching the zombies get ran over, enjoying a sausage egg McMuffin.
collecting that free XP. Ah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, Javier. Oh no, he had an exotic mace all along. Well, I'm doing okay. I don't know about everybody else.
Picking up on.
It's finally the weekend, which everybody's been working for, you know. Everybody's working for the weekend.
Did you find the plane?
I just realized there's a quick travel system. We could have teleported here from the lighthouse, from the lifeguard station.
We followed James to this lighthouse so we could send out an SOS signal using the lamp. But there's something wrong with the power. Marcus
What
went to
does
check the two
review a
transformers
game
power in
do?
the lighthouse, but he's
If
been gone
there
for
is
hours.
a
Someone needs to see what's happened to
indie
him and try
game
to get
or
the
a
power
game
back
I've
on.
never heard of
Those
that you want
things
me to
can't do to
play
you
for
what they can
15
do to
minutes
us.
and do a review of, that's
Maybe you
that's
can
what
help
that
us.
is, Larry. It's mainly for, hey girl, Darvin, you cute.
Let's do
It's mainly
Right.
like a nod
Good.
to when I first started streaming.
Transformers
I
are in
used
the
to do
northern
indie
part of
game
the gold
reviews. I
bungalow
do
area.
a series called The First
If you can
15.
get the power back on,
Basically, I'll make a
I'll
first
let you into the
15
storage
video
shed.
for a game of your choice, but it
I'm
needs to
Darvin,
be
by the way.
free or like cheap. Don't ask me to review a game that costs $30 because I won't.
Mind Theater.
What?
Remember that game?
Is that like is that like that anime
Yes.
waifu game where the girl is like Isekai Hitler or something?
I'm trying to run a business
Yeah.
here.
Okay.
But it's like
Once it's
literally
done, I'll be sitting pretty.
Yeah, it's just Nazi prawn.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I won't do that. Okay, so what game am I gonna be reviewing, Larry?
Echo Para.
Shh. It's
Echo
gotta
Para Volume 1, and I'll redeem it for Volume 2.
it's gotta be a game I'm not familiar with.
Oh shit.
You're gonna get me in trouble. You're gonna get me in trouble with Calrea. Come on now. Fortnite. I can review Fortnite right now without playing it. I don't think you quite understand the concept behind this, Larry. It's for indie games. Like stuff on itch.io, stuff like that. I actually played Fortnite for exactly one round when it first came out on the PS3. I wasn't impressed.
Improving.
I was like, oh, you can't respawn. No, thank you. There are some zombies attacking me. Oh no, he's got his doodle arms! You're right. Rumbleverse. Is that free? I think that's the like Warner Brothers knockoff of Smash Bros. If I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, don't stand on the corpses. Oh, Rumbleverse.
Which is really fucking good. Like, to be honest with you, that game is really good.
What is Rumbleverse? Let's see.
I think that's the one where you play as like a Mucho Libre or some shit.
Free-to-play brawler battle royale game.
I've actually had my eyes on it. It's really fun.
It just came out last month. Has a 3.6 rating.
Is it the one I'm thinking of? It's the one where you play as like a Lucha Libre? Or a Libre?
I don't know. If you want to, we could play it together. I mean, I got to do a time for sippies. I got to do a 15-minute play and review of that game.
Yeah, I don't know this. Oh, yes, I do. This is the one that I was looking into. Yeah, no, it looks really good. The only problem with it is it's a battle royale, and I fucking hate battle royales. Oh my god. Sippy, sippies, huzzah, huzzah.
I'm writing down my note. All right, there you go. Review Rumbleverse. I will send you a message on here when it's done. It'll pop up on YouTube in the next week or so, hopefully. Thank you so much for the expenditure of points. Correct. We shall review a Rumbleverse.
Now, Larry, do you know
I'm
that
so
game
sorry,
because
Tim.
of JFJ?
I'm so
Just because
sorry.
you made the game. Because there's a, I think it just does two stream, not real sure. But he played some of that game, and I was like, fuck, that looks like a lot of fun.
Who's in here? Who's in here? All my life I had to fight. Are you familiar with that little meme of the guy like sits on the toilet with the seat down in the middle of the night and like has a seizure?
I know.
Oh my god, it's so funny.
Jesus Christ.
He's like
I'm so sorry, Tim.
it finally happened last. It's like some long Twitter thing or something where he's like, it finally happened, guys. 2 o'clock in the morning last night after a night of drinks. I staggered into the bathroom, went to sit down to use the restroom. I had not put the seat down. I fell into the toilet. And then it's just like hashtags where he's like, my butt touched water. I grabbed the wall. Hashtag I ripped the toilet paper dispenser out of the wall. Hashtag I shouted who's in here for some reason. Like it's just like a never-ending stream of things where he just basically like fell into the toilet, ripped the toilet paper dispenser out of the wall as he did so, screamed who's in here, then fell off the toilet onto the floor. Like it's very funny. I'll have to find it and send it to you.
Yeah, no, that does not sound.
There's just one that's like hashtag all my life I had to fight.
Right here.
Kick him.
I'm talking to you.
Oh, okay. A new Minion movie. I wasn't aware that there was one, but enjoy, Blair. Thanks for jumping in. Thanks again for the indie game review suggestion. I always like it when somebody
Name's
actually
Marcus.
spends the channel points
I
on
was
something
fixing
other
this
than
piece of
making me
shit
drink
when
water.
these things came out of nowhere. See if
So,
you can get that other transformer back online while I finish
I
fixing
will
this
be
one.
reviewing that hopefully soon. Great, I'll do it. I will do my best, Larry. I've been having fun playing with my boy, as I always do. Yay! Furious Crane. Oh yeah, that one game. Okay. Yeah, sure.
Parkour.
Parkour.
I can't think of what it's called.
Well, enjoy work
Can't hurt to take a
insofar
look.
as that is possible, Drew. Thank you also for being here. Great to have you. Hope to see you again soon. I will do my best to be phenomenal, but no promises. Personal ID. Also, if both of you have not already done so before you leave, please be sure to follow Megami. He doesn't stream on a regular schedule, but he's awesome. One day he'll have a real streaming schedule. I believe. Maybe not. Will you ever have a real streaming schedule?
Fucking hope so.
No call outs, Stove. No judgment. Everybody has their own path. Everybody's gotta stream when they can. Oh my god, die. Zombies really go for the right kidney, don't they? Every single one of these people, right side of their torso is ripped open. Ah.
Well, that girl's titties are missing, so.
Oh. Must have been a Megami zombie.
It's very possible.
I don't suppose you've got any Molotovs, do you? Oh, too bad. Does it make sense that the more power switches you flip, the quieter the alarm would get, does it?
Yeah.
Let's
Is that
open
just
this up.
me, or is that weird?
Like, it should just be one, right?
It's just close there. Well, this is our new home. We're gonna have to make lots of Blasian babies so that we can repopulate the earth. As you keep playing hide and seek with me, come back here. Are you trying to hit the extinguisher? I'll end it right now. Runs. Oh, looky what happened. No! Joke's on you, I have the upper body strength to kill him if I need to. Oh, I just used a med kit for no reason. I have a problem. So the thing is...
Hell yeah.
Gotta upgrade. Level up. Ah.
My eyes.
Oh, for the blur.
Maybe that's what's fucking distracting.
The blur plus the lens flare effect.
So it's just like
Maybe it's because you're at the point in your life where even simulated sunlight is too harsh for you.
Honestly.
Have you tried putting your sunglasses on while you play?
Yeah. Let me go get my aviators.
This is for you. Thanks
This is
for the
for
help.
you.
The world's gone fucking mad.
Oh, right, I have to...
I just hope the bloody fuses don't blow.
Get back to Darwin. That guy. Oh, apparently there are enemies over here to the south. Kick him in the head. Behind you. It's like the weapon is an afterthought, right?
What's that?
Like, oh, I could hit him.
Oh, yeah.
With a weapon, or I could just kick the shit out of him over and over.
Yeah, toe punting them does feel
Sooner or later, I'm gonna bust through one of these and get gatted. Somebody with a shotgun waiting.
I'm safe in here. The monsters can't get me.
The monsters can't get me.
I feel dizzy and a little nauseous. My heart is pounding, please. If you bring me some...
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sounds like the chicken cock destroyers.
You find anything?
What? Not familiar with that work. Was that a Kubrick film?
I'll have to send it to you. I'll send you a link.
I'm Annie, and I'm looking for my teddy bear. I can't fall asleep without him, and I'm very tired. And those monsters keep knocking. Will you find my teddy bear?
Kick her in the mouth.
I'ma try.
The last time I saw him, he was in our bungalow. Remember, his name is Teddy.
Okay. Okay. So the trick here is you can actually give her water just over and over and over, but some water is required for other stuff.
Thank you.
So, like, you don't want to give her too much.
Oh, thank God. Thank you.
Let me give her 5.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God.
It's not really worth the amount of XP that you get, other than just like saying, oh yeah, I completed the quest. Toy Story. There's this white flag here. Yeah, that's the one. You right.
I guess that's
My muscles are
probably
starting
the
to cramp
damage.
up.
Oh yeah.
White probably means they reoccur.
Literally a soda on the shelf right next to her. I'm dying of thirst. There's a pool outside. If you're that thirsty.
Bring in the pain.
Ah! Bruh. This man. Kick him. Okay. Time to get a teddy bear. Shocker. Say what?
This guy refused to die.
Well, she's magical. I phased that zombie into the wall, so now she just exists. Her in the booty. Okay. What's this? Alcohol. Oh. Get the feeling that I'm not going in the right direction. Do you also get that feeling?
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Oh, they got eat up. There wasn't enough of them left to turn into zombies. Yep. We actually talked about that a little bit at the start of my stream. If you like leave the starting room and then turn right, there's a room at the end of the hallway that is supposed to be the room from like the original Dead Island trailer, which actually has a little girl getting bit by a zombie, turning into a zombie, and then being thrown out of a window. Yeah.
Oh, I think I remember that.
And it was like a huge to-do about it because they showed a little kid actually dying on TV.
Well, they showed a little girl being thrown out a window.
She was dead before she hit the ground because she was a zombie already, right? Like,
yeah, heart attack.
yeah, she died of fear. But yeah, we talked about that. And I was like, you know, other than the first episode of The Walking Dead, they basically just pretend like children don't exist in every zombie movie ever made. Like,
yeah, it's kind of weird.
what's the same reason you never see like dogs getting eaten on movies and stuff like that, right? It's just upsetting, I guess, huh? It's illegal. You're a pro streamer. You are in the entertainment industry. You need to know this stuff.
The proest.
It's true. The prost. Hey, Luke.
Please. You gotta take this insulin to my
You
brother
gotta take
Danny.
this insulin to my brother
He needs
Danny. He needs it. He's in bungalow 14.
How
Please.
can I say no? Good.
How could I say no? He sounds so happy. He's like, how could I say no? Anything for a dying white girl. You know what? I'll even close the door for you, buddy. There you go. You got this. Fight through the pain. Colon cuddler.
Your parents fuck.
Let's see. Oh, that's like a real human name and not a streamer name.
No. Well, quote unquote.
To quote the bard Penguin Slugger. Oof. Oof. Oh, well, thank you so much for the host. I will enjoy it while it lasts with it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know they're getting rid of hosting soon. But they're not getting rid of recommended streamers, so I don't know why Twitch does the things they do. I'm sure it came down to money.
Yeah, I'm assuming that maybe.
Let's see what we got here.
I might have.
Hello? If anyone can hear me, I'm trapped in a lifeguard booth by the beach. I'm surrounded by the infected and they're clawing to get in. I need help. If someone can hear me, hurry!
I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's. I feel like it's always been a good thing, the hosting.
Yeah. I mean, you'll still be able to raid people for now, but I don't know. The hosting is nice.
Yeah. Yeah, so when does that come into play?
I'm not really sure. I know it's pretty soon, though. Like, it's not gonna be around much longer. Oh my god, I gotta find this stupid teddy bear. It's 300 meters away. Get out of my face! Bye, have a beautiful time! So what you doing, buddy?
I went to the fucking lighthouse. Now I'm running towards you.
He just like stopped chasing me. Okay. Oh, I'm yawning. Why does... That's weird. I just found a door on a bungalow that had like a icon, like I could open it, and when I tried to open it, it didn't move. Which doesn't normally happen, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, I found a drugs unit. Nice.
Yeah, I found a couple of those in that Svetlana place, I think.
Can't hurt to take a look.
No, not the legendary weapons, Ape Land. I hate to hear it. Sorry, friend. Well, great thing about this game is they're always throwing more weapons at you, so... But I'm sorry that happened. Whew. Some coffee. Oh, I found a treasure. A tiring baseball bat. Look at that bat.
What makes the bat especially tiring?
Thick.
Thick.
Thick. Thick to swing. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of. I gotta sell some stoof and repair my whoop and...
Diabolical cudgel.
I thought you were about to say something else.
I'm sure I'm glad that they're selling stuff that I can't use for my level.
Yeah. That was nice of them.
Yeah, real cool. He said that the virus came from outer space.
Cool.
I don't know if I believe that. Fucking aliens, man.
Aliens. I might need to go start the coffee maker if you're trying to play for a bit tonight.
I might be calling it decently soon.
Oh, no. Okay. Well, then in that case, I'll just go get a soda. And I'll fight through the pain. Let me... If you want to keep playing, you can. But I'm going to take shelter in Cinemoy's arms. And I will use the restroom real quick and then be right back.
We're safe here for now. There's still a lot to do.
All right.
A lot of people here.
Bathroom break, everybody.
Go talk to them
Be
and
back
see
in
what
about
you can do.
2 minutes. In the meantime, just, you know, don't eat each other or anything. And I'll be right back. Correa sneaking in with the
Fair for
pyramid.
now, but there's still a lot to do. A lot of people here need help. Go talk to them and see what you can do.
Not sponsored.
People have been asking for you, looking for help.
People have been asking for you.
See what they need.
Looking for help. Why don't you throw the bloody map that says "We're doomed" on it out, bro? Anyway. It won't let me fast travel to you, friend.
We're safe here for now.
Oh, there we go.
But
What are we doing? Oh, okay. You just teleported us like way far away from the objective we were working on.
Oh, we have this one. We did that.
Okay. If Marcus said.
Let's do it.
Wow, what a great cutscene this is.
Would have been cooler if it was nighttime.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it would have been cool.
Come on. I'll open the store
It
shed
would have
for
been
you.
cooler.
Keep the marker away from face.
Sniffing Percocet, native reserves, Martian zombies.
Oh my god, did the virus actually come from fucking outer space?
Blueberries aren't blue. John McCain's daughter is in Toronto. Keep the marker away from face! I think there's like multiple causes of it that are hypothesized in the game, but I do remember that there's like extensive talk in the game about like the natives on the island are cannibals.
So at some point they got evolution.
Yeah, and like they have like a genetic disorder or like a disease. They some sort, not a genetic thing, but it's like some sort of like disease that is passed on,
I
like
saw what
when
you
they
did for
eat
us.
each other's flesh and
No,
stuff. Like,
forget it.
so it's at least partially based on the fact that the
Hey,
natives are
thanks
cannibals
for
on the
helping us.
island, and
We
like
couldn't have gotten the
when they
lighthouse
eat
running
each
without
other, it's like concentrating the disease in their bodies or
Cinnamoy's
something. I don't
boys
know. It
aren't
doesn't
doing
really
a
make
damn
lot of
thing to
sense.
prepare. Not like we are. Here, take this. Just a token.
Ideas don't.
Yeah.
Now listen, though.
Frightening nail
There's
hammer.
something else.
James.
The lighthouse is back online. Now, everyone's too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Finish the help sign out in the clear.
I am stronger.
Stay strong, Linda. That's it.
If you could bring me back, find me some food.
If you could bring me
I'm
back
up
some
for
food, I'd appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you.
Oh my god, thank you so much.
And
Boom.
100 XP and 70 bucks. Shit.
Yeah. Give me the rest of the money.
Yeah.
Give me the money, old man.
Where?
Stop resisting. He's got a purple cleaver for sale.
Yeah. I was looking at it, but I don't really like buying shit.
Fair. Yeah. True.
Here, I'll sell you this for 2,000.
Best I can do is $18. Best I can do. Get your kid! Whoa! Out of here. Kill him! Kick him in the nuts!
Have you seen the UFC fight where the guy's like, grab his dick and twist it?
No. I know I've heard you make comments to that effect, though.
Yeah, it's like during like an actual UFC fight or something, where like people are like, shut up, and one guy from the stands is like, grab his dick and twist it.
No, not familiar with that one. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! Get out of here, fat bastard. It's nice to be referred to them as friends.
It felt especially
Okay. So maybe you don't need to come back next time. Every time you touch one of these boxes, the zombies are thrown into a blood frenzy. No! Never! We mustn't let him do it! Council of Despair.
Some good luck for a change.
Some good luck for a
It's
change.
in jumbo jet, not a needle in a haystack.
Oh, that's what. Shh. Never mind. Hey, James.
It's done? Excellent.
The torch mod. Hell yeah. Fire weapons. I don't think there's any more quests in this area.
You find anything?
Don't be sneaking up on
What if we could just like finish one area per time we play it? It's only 12 more quests.
Yeah.
No, I think honestly the only thing we have to do now is get to Dominic and find this fucking teddy bear. And I know there's one quest like at the asset. Well, no, we still have to go through the whole hotel, don't we? Never mind. Yeah, I don't think we're beating this whole thing in the next hour or however long till you're done. How much longer are you thinking you're gonna play?
I was gonna fail at like 60 minutes, so about 15 more minutes.
Okay. I'm stuck. Step, bro. Help me. Step, sis.
Do that again?
Step, bro. Where the fuck was the car?
Yeah, I think we left it somewhere.
When you, I will say sprinting is a little bit wonky. It feels like my character just has a limp.
Yeah. Get him! Stop resisting! Oh. He resisted so hard his head exploded. You hate to see it. Alright. Time to get a teddy bear, y'all.
Boy.
I think we can just follow the road for a while. I think.
so I just follow.
Sounds good. Pokeball. Never leave your home without a paddle. You know, it really bothers me that the prices are commas instead of periods. 1,40 instead of 1.40.
Is that like their thing? Like, I don't know if these guys are like Australian or fucking English. I don't know what the fuck their language is.
I don't know, but it's weird either way.
Yeah, it's different. I hate it.
Basically.
Maybe there's something in here.
It was worth it. Oh, I found our other vehicle.
Shit. Just parked out right here.
Blocking in the middle of the road. Some Virginia driver. Here, do you voodoo, bitch. I'm not sure if you can go. I don't think you can go back. Like, once you finish a chapter, I think you're just done with that chapter, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it got at the very least tells us.
Oh god, it's been 2 hours and we're right back where you joined me. It's amazing that me just getting in the water with this live wire doesn't electrocute me. Ah! Oh, I wasn't quick enough. I was going for it. I thought I was gonna escape. Oh, the zombies know how stairs work, so joke's on you. Get wrecked. How much damage do you do when you kick them? Do a little more. I didn't know if it was based on like the power of your weapon, or if it was something related to like me having the blunt damage increases or what.
I don't think it's a weapon related thing, because if you just have fists, you kind of fuck shit up. But I think it's level associated, and maybe it is blunt perk associated.
Come here for a second. Okay, listen, there's this tall hombre that owes me some money. Mucho dinero. But he came down with whatever this infection is and paid me what he owes me in exactly his first priority. I'm thinking his money's inside his bungalow. But I need the key to get in there. It's not like the poor hijo de puta needs it anymore. Hey, listen, if you get me the key, we'll split.
This guy's face does
I mean,
not.
Good. Listen, he's hard to miss, very tall. And I'm pretty sure I saw him at the bar.
Does not match.
Get back here as soon as you have the key, all right?
Not at all.
Yeah, I was getting that too. I was like, you're so bright-eyed and happy.
Yeah.
For you to be like, this guy owes me a lot of money. Mucho dinero. He does not like that. It's not like he needs it. Whoa. have ascended. I'm now able to dash through doors.
Hell yeah. That'll save us like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Per door.
Per door. You laugh, but the first time we're getting chased by a bunch of shit.
Oh, what the fuck? Why? Why are you like this? I can't even hit the B on all my shit. Why? Why? Why did he do that?
I have no idea. What'd you do to him?
And no bloody end to it.
I fucking walked in. And I bogarted the teddy bear. But he started attacking me before I bogarted the teddy bear.
It's okay. We saw it on. We saw it on stream. No, I'm saying like you're not to blame.
Yeah, I did nothing wrong.
I know I'm not to blame. I just told you what happened.
You know me, man. I take credit.
Say fucking okay. He's gonna die soon anyway. Nice hair. Behind you! It's such a stupidly OP ability. And you don't have to like get up a running start or whatever, like you can just tap the run button and it just works. And you know, later you get that ability where you can like insta-kill enemies by jumping on their heads.
Yeah.
And you can just...
Yeah, one by one, just knock them all out. No time for sippies, brother.
Oh shit! Hello, Yellow. Thank you for the sip. Let's have a sip.
Take those sippies.
Yelleth, do you have Dead Island? Doesn't seem like a Yelleth type game, but you never know.
Yeah, I don't get yellow vibes when I think of this game.
You never know, man.
It's true. That guy is weird as hell.
It's true. Get out of the way!
Get the fuck out of the way!
Well, this game supports drop-in, drop-out co-op, and levels are basically non-existent for, like, how hard the enemies are. Like, the game will always level the enemies to whatever level you are on your game. So if you're level 20 and I'm level 5, it'll be an equally challenging experience for both of us. So if you ever want to play this in the future, you want to kill some zombies, maybe do a Halloween stream or two. Ah, God! Halloween stream or two, just let me know.
Getting better.
Did you just talk? Who taught you English?
Oh, come on, bro.
That's literally the first time she's spoken the whole game.
This'll come in handy.
I know me, you, and Denaz spoke for like 3 seconds about the possibility of playing for the king together. I was telling Denaz and Yelleth a while ago, Megami, that like we've literally been doing the Jank Bros thing for like a year now, and we've never actually done a game together. Like, I don't think any of us have ever done a co-op game together. Like, not even like not all three of us. I'm trying to think. Have we?
I was gonna play with it, but I got sick. But I don't think Yelleth and I have like any compatibility for the games we like.
Well, I mean, Yelth and Denaz are obviously BFFs because they play together like once a week, but you know.
Yeah.
So it's just me that they don't like to play with. Yeah. But you know.
I get it.
I mean, I do too, but still. But hopefully your stream went well tonight. Welcome in, Yell.
Dying Light, that's the fucking game I was
Let's keep moving,
about.
amigos.
Let's keep moving, amigos. Oh, he's doing that thing where he runs like he pooped himself. I love the escort quests where they do the poopy pants run.
That's it. Yes. Muchas gracias, amigos.
Well, I am gonna play
All right,
Link to
here's
the
your
Past on the 26th, but it's not gonna be a rando. It's gonna be regular.
Amigos, I hear there are more survivors at the lifeguard tower. Can
Do
you help me
you?
get there? If you do, I'll give you this weapon. Promise. One shot takes down a mob of those pendejos.
Like, why is he so exaggerated?
One shot takes down a whole mob of those pendejos. Now remember, he said that. Let's see what he gives us now.
He gave me like $20.
No, he said if we get him to the lighthouse, he's gonna give us a weapon. One shot takes down a whole mob of those pendejos. He's just like,
He gave 0 fucks about what we just
yeah, he just kept on rolling.
Oh, now he runs.
He's sprinting straight at a zombie! I am 1/10 of the way through the can't have enough RAM achievement. Good game. Where are you going? He's running off like that dude in Skyrim. That you free him from the spider web and then he takes off with the that's exactly the energy. You know which one I'm the one that's like, help me, get me out. And he's like, why would I share the treasure with you or anyone? And then you just slit his throat as he runs away.
Yeah, I like letting him run into the first trap. That always gets me going.
Yeah, it's a pretty good feel. Let him
throw him into the spikes.
Let him run into the trap and then immediately raise him as a zombie to help you fight. If I had time in my life, I would probably be playing Link's Awakening soon. I've been doing a lot of I've been playing a lot of the old Game Boy version of Link's Awakening on my Game & Watch, which is an awesome little system, by the way. I have 2 of these. I don't know if you're looking, Megami. I got this for $50 from Target. It's got the original Zelda 2, and then Link's Awakening. The first two were Nintendo. The last one was Game Boy. I actually have 2. I have one that's unopened that I just bought as like a collector's item for myself, and I also have the Mario one. And I'm hoping that they do another one this year. I was talking to Calrea, and I was like, they could do Metroid or Kirby, and that would be really cool. And then I was looking today online, and people were literally saying, like, why don't they do a Kirby one or a Metroid one? That would be so cool. And I'm like, right?
Metroid is my jam. I fucking love Metroid.
Do you? I never knew you were a big fan of Metroid.
Yeah, it's like one of the only like old school Metroidvania type games that I enjoy, mostly due to the fact that it's Samus, and I've had a huge crush on Samus since fucking Super Smash 64, you know, like...
Talk about smash. Huh?
It's smash. She'd fucking destroy my pelvis, but you know what? It's a risk I'm willing to take.
Yeah. You got really on the mic to explain that to me. But,
yeah, I moved it closer.
Listen, just so you know.
Get the fuck out of the way.
I'm sorry. This unimproved, this level 8 unimproved wrench is 5 points weaker than this 4 times upgraded electric Morning Star that's 1 level lower. Feels bad, man.
That dude gave me a revolver, by the way. I don't know if you got it.
Yeah, I got a defective revolver.
I got feeble.
I don't know, man. I'm not sure if this is capable of taking down entire mobs of those pendeos, but we'll try.
I heard this skirt.
Well, once I reach level 10, I'll give it a shot, but, you know, until then, I guess I just don't know how to use a gun until I hit more
How does this
zombies with
work?
my
Points at face. Don't understand. Guess I'll sell it.
Gosh. Are you a fan of the show Handmaid's Tale?
I've never watched it.
It's pretty decent. I recommend giving it a little check out.
I live in the United States, so I'm pretty much, I feel like I'm living.
Yeah, living it.
Yeah, like we're basically in the lead up, like the prologue, right, to that book.
What we got here?
Run.
Oh, have you heard of Pokemon Infinity at all?
I have not.
It is a fan-made Pokemon game that has like all the first like 6 gens of Pokemon, and then I think 100 of their own created Pokemon.
Oh, nice.
It looks pretty decent. I was thinking about downloading it and giving it a play.
Nice. I was actually thinking after October I might do Pokemon Uranium. You remember I did that like way back before I was even an affiliate. I was like, they can't ban me if I'm not an affiliate. And yeah. I see people playing Uranium occasionally, but it's always like a very small crowd watching. And it's generally people from like Central or South America that are playing it. Like, so
I haven't noticed that.
It's weird, but maybe it's just the times I'm watching or something. But yeah, I'm thinking I might play it in November.
Yeah, I just know that fucking Nintendo got like, or they have like a real tizzy about their games and like fan-made shit and stuff like that. I've seen a lot of community projects get banned. I've seen people get banned. You know, stuff of that nature. So it was always kind of freaky to me to even like think about it.
Pokemon Infinity. Oh, this was finished a couple years ago.
Yeah. Like I just found out about it like last night, and I was like, dude, that looks pretty good.
It looks pretty nice.
A lot of the Pokemon seem to be like redone a little bit. Like Squirtle is now like on a cloud and is like flying water or some shit. A little bit weird, but like how Aloha Pokemon did their shit.
Yeah. Level cap raised to 150.
Did you hear something?
Why?
Oh, what the fuck?
Why would you need to be?
I didn't know that.
Okay. Level cap raised to 150. Oh wait. Oh, the teddy bear is in here, I think. We gotta give this chick the teddy.
Oh.
I've been searching for that teddy bear for so long. He's a very brave teddy bear. Wait, is she in here? She's not in here. Fuck. Why do you got me?
She's with Svetlana, isn't she?
Yeah, why do they have me coming in here? F these guys.
Let us leave this place.
Murder, you murder, bitch! Crank the radio.
I have that shit turned off.
Sit in stony-faced silence as we drive.
Oh my god. Fucking landed perfectly. I'm surprised that didn't, like, kill us.
Come on, man. I'm a better driver than that. Got you. That was pretty fun, though. You said, oh my god! What do they have us going? Oh, she's with that girl that wants water. That's where she is. Not Svetlana. Svetlana's out on the that house that's like out on the water or whatever.
Yeah.
That was pretty fun though.
Yeah, let's do it again.
Get out of the car. Let's go. Gotta get my stamina back. No idea. Prison magic. Just kicking the whole crowd. Get out of here. 8,000 damage. Okay. I guess I could start putting some points in survival now that I've got those second tier, like, ridiculous bonus for blood weapons. It's like, you do a couple of tiers and then you get that one where it's like, plus 5% damage, minus 10% stamina, increase sweep speed. Like, oh, okay.
I'm like one away.
Let's do it, then. Champagne for Svetty. And you'll be good to go. Get back in here and she's dead.
You find anything?
Teddy! Where have you been?
Alright. We did it.
My muscles are
Duct tape and nails. My one thing, I don't like the collectibles because you can get like locked out of coming back to a previous area.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
So you'd have to like restart your entire game if you missed one. I am positive these used to be kickable.
Yeah, they used to be like slightly kickable. They were never like crazy, I don't think. Or if they did, they would shoot off like 2 feet and then like lose all momentum.
Yeah. Get out of the way. Nuts and bolts. Oh, I'm glad I came back. She's actually got a weapon mod. The nuts and bolts mod. have to play this some more over the weekend or something if I find some free time. I got one of my sets of assignments done for the week. I need to like figure out a paper topic and a little small bit about it. I'm gonna do that by tomorrow at midnight.
If you do hop on, just hit me up or something. I'm down to play.
Yeah, let's go talk to Dominic. Dominic.
I think this last bout of dialogue is probably where I'm gonna call it.
Dominic, where are you, you son of a bitch?
I found you.
Thanks.
Was he upstairs?
Yeah. $295.
I don't suppose you can pick locks. I got 323.
No.
There's a locked chest down there, I know, so.
And I don't think I'm gonna be leveling up the survival tree all too much. My skills suck for this character.
Are you gonna do Fury at all, or are you just gonna focus on the combat one?
I've done like 1 point in Fury so far, but mostly just combat. Fury sounds pretty good, but combat is just overall the best one.
Well,
at least to me.
My next tier of combat, I can either choose increased damage with modified blunt weapons. Each tier, each point in it gives me plus 2%. So that's all of my modded weapons. Increased damage with two-handed weapons, 2, 4, 6%. Or chance to cause instant kill with blunt weapons, 10, 20, 30%. Gee, I wonder which one I'll choose.
Instant kill.
Yeah, like, 6% extra damage or 30% insta-kill chance.
Yeah, honestly.
Huh.
Yeah, mine were kind of garbage. They were like more poison chance. It's like, what? Why don't I get anything fucking cool?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm probably gonna, I want to get the lock picking so that I can get actual items, but I need to do like 6 levels to max that out.
Yeah.
And then they do have the inventory slot increase, which is nice. Regen up. Weapon durability. Yeah, I don't think I've ever really used the Fury with any character on this game. Like, I just play without Fury.
I've used it a couple times so far, and it's like, it's nice, it gets the job done. But, you know.
Yeah. Megami Mori has left the session. I'm probably going to finish up now, too.
Cool. Well, with that, I'm a bailout. I have to go head into an office. So.
Alright. Sounds good.
That'll be fun.
Well.
Alright, man. Well, thanks for having me, Britta.
Absolutely. Thanks for being here. I will catch you soon.
Yep. Sounds good. Peace out.
Bye. Alright, guys. Like I was saying, I think we're going to just finish it up here. So that way it's pretty much a pure co-op run. We'll just stop. Ooh. In the name of love. Oh, you know what? I think to get the champagne thing, you just do load last checkpoint. I think that's how you abuse that. So anyway, let's see if there's somebody online we can raid, and then we'll probably just go to bed because I'm tired. But it's been fun. Definitely had fun chatting with everybody. Had fun playing with Megami, definitely. My soulmate. My gaming soulmate. Radiant's playing Splatoon 3. Let's see. Tayra's playing Skyrim. Chainsaw's playing Splatoon. I guess he's playing with Radiant. Traitors. I wonder if anybody else is playing Dead Island. Maybe we just go see somebody else playing Dead Island. I don't know. I don't really want to stick around. There's a lot of people playing Dead Island. Normally I would raid somebody new, but I don't know. I kind of want to just do a raid and then go to sleep, honestly. So I'm sorry. Why have you been drinking water?
We've always been told to keep things clean, but in this world.
Yeah, let's do a raid. And also, because we can't raid both of them, I do just want to throw out that oh fuck. I do want to throw out that Chainsaw Bear is also playing, so if you guys are willing to do 2 windows, definitely check him out as well. Because I'm pretty sure they're playing together. But anyway, thank you so much, everybody, as always, for being here, for watching, lurking, chatting, hanging out, and just being the awesome people that you are. I will not be doing any planned streams this weekend because school is terrible. So the plan is that I will be back again on Monday. What am I going to be playing Monday? I don't even know. Do y'all know? I don't know. What's my schedule say? Oh, I lost a follower today to make up for the one that I got yesterday. We're doing a Rings of Power double date challenge run, so that'll be fun. Thank you, Calrea. Yeah, see, I can't keep followers. Every time I get a follower, somebody else leaves. Assholes. Anyway, we are out in 3, 2, 1. Thank you, everybody, one last time for being here, and until next time, stay healthy, stay safe out there, y'all. Later.